Oh, yeah. Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday to you, Ben and Woods, 97.3, The Fan. Today is January 43rd, and it's great to be here with you on January 43rd of 2026. Always the longest month of the year. It's not even particularly close. We're not even through it yet, but you can smell the end of January, which always makes me happy. I'm ready to get into February already. Short month. Okay, baseball gets a little bit closer. Maybe you'll have some news to talk about at some point. Today, this week, has not been one of those weeks, but we're still going to get our heads right, have some fun on a Thursday. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Doing great. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor. Mr. Chairman, how are you, sir?
I'm good. 31 days
gosh.
is too long for a month.
It should be, January especially should be 18
Right.
days.
For all those out there who are participating in dry January,
Yeah.
I'm just going to say, you make it through the 30th, you're good. Enjoy yourself on Saturday,
On the 31st.
100%. Go ahead.
100%.
It's February 0 on Saturday, not January 31st.
The gym has really thinned out, as it usually does. That's okay. I thinned out of the gym for about 2 weeks when I was sick. Look, realize something about myself. I'm not going to be the guy that doesn't feel good but goes to the gym anyway. Never. I have to feel good to get up. Like if I'm coughing and I'm weak and I've got body aches and pains and I'm snotty, like, number one, you shouldn't go because you don't want to infect other people. That's not even my reason. My reason is I'm not going because I don't feel good. And if I don't feel good, the last thing I want to do is curls and tricep extensions and, deep squats or anything like that. I don't want to do it. I need to feel good to go to the gym.
I will still force myself onto the Peloton, even if I'm feeling fairly awful,
No
and
chance.
try to get it at least a minimal ride, like a 15 or 20 minute, like a low impact ride for when I'm sick, because I think it's more of a mental disease now at this point rather than exercise that I have to get on my Peloton.
I mean, I overcome the mental disease every day by just walking in the door. If I don't feel good physically, it doesn't refresh me. Like when I don't feel good mentally, I know I can go to the gym and I feel great. I never feel bad when I leave. Never once have I been like, that was a mistake. It's always, God bless, that was amazing. And I was on such a good run. But like I said, man, I'm not going to beat myself up for getting sick. This happens all the time. I just got to get slowly back into it. But I did go to the gym day before yesterday. And it was very, very light in there. Very, very light. And that's okay. People, maybe a lot of people are sick. A lot of people have rhinovirus, which I had. A lot of people have norovirus, which you had. So, we'll see. But I think I'm going to get back in today. Feel a little, I feel okay. I don't sound great. You can kind of hear it in my voice. Kind of tired. But going to grind through it, man. I just want to get through this month.
Do you work out your forearms,
Oh,
wrists, any of those
I usually
parts?
do that at home.
Because we talked yesterday.
That's my home workout.
You gave me this face wash for Christmas.
I did.
And I've been unable to use it because I have not been able to get it open. You said, well, bring it in and we'll see if we can figure it out. So I'm hesitant. The reason I'm hesitant to give it to you is there are only 3 possible explanations here. 1, I am just a complete weakling and can't get the top off the bottle, which is never good. I mean, when someone hands you like the ketchup bottle or the jar of pickles and you're just trying, and usually I get it open. I'm pretty good at that. So I feel like that's not it. Second, I'm an idiot and I can't figure it out, which also feels somewhat unlikely to me. I mean, I've lived 50 years on this planet. I have seen various tops and packaging of materials, and while some of them take a little longer to figure out than others, this one feels fairly normal and standard.
And that's just the standard,
which
it's like a tube.
Which then the third option is there was an actual manufacturing error that has made this impossible to get open without power tools. So I'm going to hand it to you and see if you have more success than I do, maybe because you've been working out a little stronger. Are you biting into it? Why are you see that now? That can't be a possible recommended way to get it.
Here you go, fun boy.
How did you do
the plastic
that?
off?
I took the plastic off of the shrink wrap at the top.
The shrink wrap?
Yes.
So idiot.
That's it.
Number 2.
That's all you had to do. Look.
Oh no!
This did not see that.
This little.
Oh my God!
This little thing is what has held you back from washing your face for a month and a half.
Oh my God!
I did not see. I could not.
I knew
see
it when
that.
he held it up. I knew it when he held it up. I go, is he?
I didn't even
is he
think
out of his
about it
mind?
because I thought for sure you would remove the
I
plastic.
didn't see any plastic. I didn't feel any plastic. I didn't see any plastic.
Oh, Ben.
How'd you know that was there?
Because I mean, I've
Instantly.
used that product before, and that's how they keep it from people, putting their own doo-doo in there or something. They gotta shrink the top. And
I kept trying to unscrew it. Like there was a foil top
it
or
doesn't
something.
unscrew.
Well, obviously not.
Right.
And then
not just pop the top.
I thought maybe the plastic was just sealed here. I kept looking at it. It's like, well, maybe it's been sealed.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
You're very welcome. Now that's good stuff.
I know it is.
Yeah. Now pop the top. Look inside. You can see a little dollop of cream, and you'll be ready to go. You probably thought that bit was going to last longer, didn't you? Me over here struggling to get it open.
I mean, it was answer number 2. It wasn't a lack of strength. It was a lack of intelligence. Thank you. I'm glad this is open.
Okay, how are you?
Hey, Ben, how are you, man?
Okay, how are you?
What's your problem getting getting your new facial cream open?
Okay, how are you?
No. Why can't you get it open? I'm curious.
Okay, how are you?
Thank you.
Oh,
Is there anything I can help you with?
that's that's the first sign
My senior
from
citizen
Ben.
moment.
Yeah, that's the first example from Benny that has me like deeply concerned now.
I know. I'm.
Oh,
I kind of when he said I'd forgotten what I gave him, and if he came in and it was a bottle with one of those pumps with the twist on it,
you gotta like push it down and
Bro,
then
I
twist it.
those to me, it's almost like we talked about Russian roulette yesterday. You
like
get
a lotion
one,
bottle or
and
something.
I gotta psych myself up. I'm like, you can do this.
Eventually
All right,
it works, but I have no idea what I did to make
like
it work.
soap and like
Yeah.
lotion.
I
Trying to
swear
think
to
what else.
God, I swear to God, I have had shampoos, creams, lotions, whatever, that I've just said, it's not popping up. So I'm just going to unscrew it, take the long
Dip
plastic,
it,
rub it on my arm.
like an oil
Use like an oil
like a
dipstick. Here, I'll just do this. Rub it, and then you rub it on your hand, rub your hands together, put it in your hair. I've probably had over the years at least 5 items where I'm like, it doesn't pop up. It's not. I've gone left. I've gone right. I've gone 3 times left, 3 times right. It will not. So I just unscrew it, dipstick it out, clean it off of my hand, and rub the lotion on my skin, and then get the hose again. I'm telling you, it is like that's the most. Anytime I buy something with one of those pumps, I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Get taking the shower. You're like, all right. Please let this work. Please let this
You're
work.
like reading the back. You're like wiping water off the bottle. You're like, all right,
Which way
push
is the
and
thing?
twist,
Push, twist.
counterclockwise.
1, 2,
Is that
3.
counterclockwise? Is this okay?
That stupid tube that you clear, and then you have like a little too much in there. You're like, but I got to use it. Yeah, the shampoo dipstick. It's unbelievable. Ball cock, maybe, perhaps, is what it's called. I have no idea, but Benny. Yeah, well, now your face is going to be all scrubbed.
What else in your life have you not been able to use because you thought it was broken?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm stunned that it was that simple. I thought that would be a 3-hour segment, essentially.
Yeah, we could have done
that
milk.
plastic.
I mean,
open.
as soon as he held it up, I go, oh, he didn't take the shrink wrap off. Right here.
Ben's the guy that's like, oh, I'm really sore. I could use some Tylenol, but they got this foil over the top of the
I don't know how to get it off.
I'm trying to pour these pills out. Nothing's coming out.
You guys, quick question. Speaking of the foil, do you guys knuckle your foil?
I thumb it.
You thumb it.
I finger it.
I thumb
You
it.
finger it?
Yeah.
So you do like index,
like
you
poke.
do thumb, and I do knuckle.
I thumb
Is
it.
that the weirdest thing you've ever heard?
I just did it the other day. I got a new thing of like Pepsid or whatever
Yeah.
for my bedside, and I smashed my finger in to puncture the foil or whatever.
Yeah.
Then lift it up and kind of peel around
Okay.
the rim of the container, and then you got to pull out the
cotton.
the giant cotton ball that
I mean, it's a dream when it just peels right off the top, but
Never happened.
normally it never happens. So I punch it with my thumb and then start like peeling 17 different.
They don't just give you the little
slices
tab
off.
Right? You
No,
just
there's
pull
no
the tab off.
I've been a knuckler like my whole life. I take the thing off, and there it is, and I just go my middle knuckle, and I just go pop.
Does that hurt more?
Kind of.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I feel like if I did, I think thumb maybe.
You go 1 or 2 knuckles deep.
I go 1 knuckle deep.
You don't want to hit the outside
with the knuckle.
Of the plastic with the knuckle, because that would really hurt.
But I also don't want to, I don't want to like hyperextend my finger trying to get it in, and my thumb either. I feel like the knuckle is really rough, and I can always kind of get a good pop, and then I do the, clean it all out, get the cotton out too. That's wild. So your thumb your finger, and I'm knuckle.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable. I've been a knuckler my whole life, my whole entire life. I've never even tried anything else except for just a boop, pop it with the knuckle. I'm fascinated by the way they open things. It really is a fascinating topic.
Some people probably don't remember, but we were kids, and they didn't have child-proofing. They didn't have safety seals until I believe someone tainted some Tylenol at the store.
They ripped every bottle off.
I saw there was a documentary about the Tylenol killer. Or something. Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, that's a good idea. I find a tool, usually tweezers. I've got tweezers in my bathroom. I guess I could just. I think I've used the bottom of a razor handle, like just the handle, or a toothbrush, and I have toothbrushed it before. But the tweezers is a good idea.
Right. I mean, there's probably a correct tool for all these jobs, but we are guys, and generally we're too impatient to
go in the kitchen, get a knife.
Correct tool that would actually open these things fairly simply. We want the fast and messy solution.
Our boy Chris in the chat says the worst is opening Chick-fil-A sauce. Got me the other night. 100%. Took the boys to Chick-fil-A.
Just the pack.
Couldn't get the tab. Like the tab didn't break.
A little plastic.
So I'm nibbling at the thing to try to get a corner, and then peeling it off, and then it only peels off in the middle.
Yeah,
just the middle, one little strip
in the middle.
So I'm wedging my nuggets in between the strip.
Or you got to stick your thumb.
Yeah, and you get the Chick-fil-A sauce all over yourself. What a great call!
Nothing is worse though than the tear here packets that don't actually tear here. But it says tear here, and you feel like you just feel
like a Heinz mustard packet.
Yeah, you're enraged because it says tear here, but it is not tearing at all.
And you're like, if I tear any harder, it's going to go everywhere.
Right. Yeah. I love this. This is one of my favorite topics of all time. I really I'm fascinated by these things.
Funny, Cole just jumped in the chat. Goes, what the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, you have to go back and listen, dude. I mean, there's no way to really recap it unless nothing to it to do it. But to do it, you got to go back and listen to this one. How was everyone's day yesterday? You spent some time down at Torrey Pines.
Went to Torrey for a little while.
You were sitting in the media tent?
Generally, that's where I spend the majority. That's where most of the media does spend the majority of your time. It's very hard to cover a golf tournament out at the golf tournament.
Yeah.
Because at most you can watch three of the 147 players at one time, or you can stay in the media tent where they put it all on television. They actually bring all the players. You're not even allowed to interview the players on your own. You have to wait until they come into the media tent.
How's the course look?
Beautiful.
Oh,
see,
so nice.
I've been there, like, I guess in working capacities now, not doing live hits like I imagine you have to do and all that. I would usually, when I was watching anytime, I would just go find one of my favorite holes on the course and just kind of camp out there.
Yeah,
like
if I go as
look
a
at
fan,
the scoreboard,
that's great.
Yeah, look at the scoreboard, see where the groups are. I'm like, okay, they're all going to be coming through here within the next hour. Why don't you just park right here, have this beautiful ocean view, and then here comes this group with so-and-so, and then 2 groups later.
I love parking at a green.
Yeah. Terrific plan if you're a fan, but if you're a member of the media, that keeps you away from all the interviews and everything.
Yeah, because they bring the guys through the media center.
So generally, I'll spend a few minutes just walking around just to enjoy like the day and see the atmosphere, but then you end up back in the media center. Plus, they do have free food usually, which is nice.
And by the way, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good
food. I had salmon and orzo yesterday for lunch.
You are kidding.
Yeah.
They take good care of you guys there.
Yeah.
I've done that before too. It's so beautiful out there, man. It is just such a peaceful, beautiful place, Torrey Pines. We're so lucky to have it. I had a great day yesterday, man. I got out of here and went home, tried to get a little snooze, couldn't do it. So ended up just getting up, doing some work. Talked to radio legend Dave Rickards yesterday on the telephone. Many of you remember Dave Rickards of Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw fame. When he retired from radio, it really helped this show's ratings immensely. I thanked him on the air that morning for, hey, thanks for hanging him up. Because now I don't have to fight near as hard as I used to now that you're out of the picture. So we owe a lot to Dave. He's come in and hung out with us before. But I needed some advice on something, so he was happy to give it. Such a legend. He doesn't know this yet, but he told me, I'm playing golf today at a certain golf course. And I go, oh, I know somebody that works there. What time are you teeing off? And he told me, got them all taken care of.
Nice.
Slick move, right? Slick move.
Nice.
You are slick.
He's look, the guy gave me probably 20 minutes of his time yesterday on the phone. And when you hear that voice on the phone, hey, Woodsy, how are you? And you're like, oh my God, that's Dave. So I was driving home from school with Bo, and I had called and left him a voicemail. I texted him, hey, are you free? Yes. So I called, didn't answer, left him a voicemail. Driving home with Bo. Bo's telling me a story. And then she went down to, and the phone rings. It's Rickards. I'm like, hey, put a sock in it. Don't say a word. Just shut your mouth for a minute. Just, yeah, we'll get back to it. I bend him so hard. I bend my own son. Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
Just shut up.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Thank. Okay.
I'm sure your son will never remember that time you told him you don't exist in the backseat of the car.
It's not that you don't exist. It's Dave Rickards is a little more important than you are right now. Okay, it's Dave Rickards. I only talk to him every 3 years on the phone. He is a radio icon, Bo. Okay, it's a radio icon, and I'm gonna need your silence. Don't be back there doing goofy stuff. So I got him on the phone. We chatted for a while, and then he was great. And then I went to our first baseball practice for the Nationals. And, dude, you want to talk about...
That's Bo.
Bo's
the Nationals. Who's Taylor's team?
We'll find out today, tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. And I got to meet all the new kids on the team. Everyone showed up but one kid who I already knew he was sick. And we had a phenomenal practice. Just a phenomenal practice. I loved the dads. I loved the kids. They all busted their ass. They were kind of dialed in. There's some that you look at and you go, okay, like you don't have a ton of experience, but I saw something. Like one kid I looked at, I go, oh, I don't know how this is going to go. Gets a ground ball, fields it, and rips a throw. And I go, okay, he's got an arm. I watched a couple of these guys hit. I go, oh my God, like there's really something there. It's just such an awkward age. You're growing into your body. You're a little gawky. You're a little bit unsure. But I saw something in every kid, Ben, that I go, I can work with this, man. Like there's no lost cases. There's no kid that's going to, in my opinion yet, there's no kid that's going to end up taking up 90% of my time because, he doesn't want to be there or whatever. They were all into it.
This is so curious because most Woods stories take like innocuous situations that never go wrong and somehow they go wrong for you. But now I know it's just one practice in. But you've taken the situation that goes wrong for everybody.
Yeah.
Little league coaching. There's always difficult parents.
Sure.
The league is difficult. You've got kids that are tough. It's always kind of somehow a tough experience. And it's going magically for you so far.
It went, again, one practice. Let's not go blanking each other's blanks just yet, but it's one practice. And I looked at the kids and I go, it wasn't a thing of like, oh man, we're going to win a lot of ball games. It was, this team's going to look good after a month of practice. When we get our uniforms on, these guys are going to have an idea of how to go out and play a good baseball game. And again, don't care if you win or lose, but I want you to play hard and have a good attitude and be good teammates. And that's what we talked about last night. To watch them all, because a lot of them hadn't met before stretch and everything, to watch them run around the outfield throwing a tennis ball at each other, just playing, I go, this is it. And they all, it was an hour and a half. These guys were locked in most of the time, man, all doing what they were supposed to do. So it was so much fun. I loved it. Got practice on Saturday. I already can't wait. It was so beautiful. So excited about that. That was great. Then we went and did a live stream last night. I did not use the bullhorn yesterday, Ray, as you could probably tell by my voice. But it was awesome. Great time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good.
All right. Paulie, everything good with you?
Everything good.
All right. All right. How's Megan's thumb?
Doing better.
Is it throbbing?
No, not so much. She said she like bumped it a couple of times, like on her desk or, at work. She goes, yeah, I felt it there. But she also had to get a tetanus shot that night because of the cut.
Yes.
And that's the one. She was very nonchalant. She's like, oh, yeah, of course, which she should have gotten one regardless.
Yeah.
But she didn't really think about it. I was right there when the doctor asked. I was like, oh, that's going to hurt.
Tetanus shots hurt.
Those suck. And she just forgot or didn't think about it because the next day she's like, I can't feel my shoulder.
The arm. Like those hurt.
The dead arm. She's like, I cannot lift my arm whatsoever. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's like that for, 24 hours or so. So she's doing fine now. She's all good.
Good.
You do not want to get tetanus.
No. Don't you get lockjaw?
I think that's rabies.
No, I think lockjaw is from tetanus, right?
Is that from tetanus? I don't really know what tetanus gives you.
I was just going to ask. I don't
really know what lockjaw is, but it always sounded really scary.
Tetanus, also known as lockjaw.
There you go.
So
that
it's a
is
serious,
lockjaw.
potentially fatal disease of the nervous system caused by a bacteria that I don't know how to pronounce.
Fatal?
Commonly found in soil, dust, and manure.
How do I give I don't want my kids to die, but how do I give them lockjaw so that they can't
I don't think you should
scream and yell at me all the time?
And how often you need to get a tetanus shot?
If you get cut by something. So
But if you've had one within like the last, I don't know if it's 5 years or something, you don't need to get another one. Because I remember my wife kept cutting herself and she would go and they give her a tetanus shot and she would never remember if she had one.
Right.
And then they finally looked at their records and they said, you've had 6 tetanus shots in the last 3 years. So you're good.
You're good, actually.
Stop getting tetanus shots.
You're good for the next 40 years. Just so you know, you're never getting tetanus. You can go roll around in a junkyard and you're not going to get tetanus. So you're going to be fine.
Sharp, rusty things all over the place.
Roll around.
Walk around on screws and nails.
Yeah, it's fine. She sleeps on a bed of nails now. It's no big deal. I always wondered about lockjaw when I was a kid. It was like one of those myths of like lockjaw, quicksand, all of those things. You're like, that sounds terrible. And I feel like when I was a kid, I thought, ooh, all these people must have lockjaw, or I hope I don't get lockjaw or anything like that.
I remember when
It does.
we went on vacation and we were on a Caribbean island. I was probably like 12 or 13 and there was warning signs for quicksand
really
on the island. And I was like, ooh, that is exciting.
I'm sitting in my room.
I know. I was like, I want to see this quicksand.
It's a very real thing.
You've seen it. Yeah.
And
totally experienced it.
And I found some mud and I felt it's kind of gooey, but I don't think this is quicksand, but that was about it.
I was terrified of it as a kid. I thought it was everywhere. Like, careful, don't go down to the creek. There's quicksand down there.
I think that's because of Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes,
I probably watched a cartoon or something
dealing with quicksand a lot.
But I was in Belize and it was like a small small little island that didn't have roads or anything. It was so small you could only ride golf carts around the island. You rented one for like $5 for the day. And sure enough, we went to like the north side of the island and we got out of the golf carts, kind of walk around and check out the beach. And the freaking golf cart started to sink. We had to get one guy, the smallest guy in our group, in the golf cart, slamming the throttle in reverse, while the other 3 of us were like pushing and pulling this thing out of the mud. It was
actually dealt with quicksand.
It was like a dark mud sand mixture, and it just started to keep going lower and lower. And they were like, locals were like, oh yeah, there's quicksand on that side of the island. You don't want to drive over on that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Would have been nice to know. Thought we were gonna have to buy a new golf cart in a foreign country.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, I thought
18,
it was,
by the way.
I thought it was everywhere. I really did. I thought it was, hey, beware when you go out today. Quicksand may be out.
Is this regular sand? Is this quicksand? How do you know what the difference is? It looks exactly the same, right?
Out at the playground, all of it. All right, let's get cranked up.
All right, we will come back and start the show. We'll talk about some Aztecs basketball last night early on as they got a fairly easy victory over Colorado State, but there were some different things that happened in that game last night. So we'll talk some college hoops, set the menu for the Thursday edition, a Throwback Thursday edition of Ben and Woods. We'll get started right after a check of traffic with Kelly Danick. Good morning to the Tier 1s. It's Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
Hey,
Well, guests on Ben Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro fan hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorney, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. And coming up on the program on a Thursday, after we get into some of the Aztecs talk from last night's win over Colorado State, Paulie's dug up a college basketball-related Throwback Thursday clip that
So excited.
we're very excited for, especially Woods.
Oh, This was one of, I mean, it's a top 10 moment in Ben and Wood's history.
I'll be honest, we've played some clips from it, but we have not revisited this, I don't think, since it happened.
Nah, it's on us, man. And there's going to be a whole new audience that has never heard this, doesn't know it exists.
It was 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Man, this is a good bit. Like, when are we doing that? Can we do it soon?
We're going to do it soon. Top of the hour, in fact. 7 o'clock.
So much.
7:20, our Don't Do This segment. At 7:35, we'll talk a little Padres ahead of Saturday's Fan Fest. Had our friend Kevin Acey from the Union Tribune appearing on the Foul Territory podcast yesterday.
Like double down?
Yeah, I mean, he's saying that the Padres are budgeting Yu Darvish's salary.
How does Yu Darvish feel about that when he hears that? Again, we just went through this
in the
earlier in the week.
anticipation that he is retiring and going to be giving back a good chunk of that salary. He's pretty confident in his
Has
reporting.
Adam already budgeted for the new morning show next year?
Yeah, potentially. Is he already counting his money just in case it's not us? What if it could be more expensive? You know?
I guess there's a couple of questions there. When you hear that the Padres are projecting some salary savings, which is fair. I mean, if you run a business, you make your best guesses about what your salary and obligations are going to be, and you hope you're right, but you don't want to not project it. You can't just, if there's only a small chance it's going to happen, you don't want to spend that money before it's there. But if it's going to happen, you don't want to go, man, I wish we had foreseen that, because now it's too late for us to do anything about it. So you make your most educated guesses about what is going to happen, and then you act on it accordingly. I don't see anything wrong with what the Padres are doing if that is truly what is going on behind the scenes.
But again, the only thing that I think is wrong with the whole situation is that it would be one thing if Yu Darvish is like, guys, I'm out. I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm not going to take a bunch of money that I'm not going to earn even rehabbing or anything like that.
Yeah, we're working on a
deal.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I mean, there's been some talks. I'm planning on doing this was kind of the report, but now, and again, it's not a knock on AC. It's more of just like, wow, why are we still talking about this? Because there hasn't been any definitive statements from Yu's camp. I thought the definitive statement was, I'm going to rehab. Like, I'm rehabbing. I'm going to, see how I feel.
He also said that the most likely course of action was that he was going to void the contract. He said that in his own statement. So shouldn't the Padres also be planning as though Yu Darvish is going to do what he says is most likely going to happen?
I guess, but I think, it could change on a dime. So what I wouldn't do is, hey, if we can negotiate him down to 30 million, call it, that will save us how much? What's left? 43?
I think there's like 45 or somewhere around there.
That gives us an extra 15 to play with. Let's go ahead and spend that on.
I think it's going to be more than that based on even what Yu Darvish is saying. But
he said, although I am leaning towards voiding the contract, there's still a lot that has to be talked over with the Padres, so the finer details are yet to be decided. Also, I will not be announcing my retirement yet. Right now, I am fully focused on my rehab for my elbow, and if I get to a point where I can throw again, I'll start from scratch again to compete. If once I get to that point, I feel like I can't do that, I will announce my retirement.
Just seems to be an odd story all around. Hey, if this guy retires, we can make some moves. If he doesn't, we can't. Essentially, like that's.
Well, the Padres putting a lot of unfair pressure on him.
They haven't said that, but. If they're budgeting that money and counting on that money to bolster the roster, it's just it's not the best position.
Well, and there's a twist to it that I don't think anyone has really brought up, but we can talk about it coming up at 7:35 this morning. In our 8 o'clock hour, we'll play a little Real or Fake. It is a Throwback Thursday, chance to qualify for the trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar last couple of days this month to get your name into our grand prize drawing. Reindl Report in our 9 o'clock hour. We'll also have our biggest fan announcement, qualifying another Tier 1 for the night in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this upcoming season. But let's start with some college basketball. Last night at Viejas Arena, making us stay up a little bit later than usual again. The Aztecs, though, getting the job done against Colorado State. We can talk about that after another check of traffic with Kelly Danick.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This game day traffic report is brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. A little busy on some of our roads here. Northbound side of the 805 right before Imperial. Reports of some tarp and other debris in the fast lane. Then an accident up ahead right before the 15. It's over to the right shoulder. You're also going to find some traffic control and closures in place along Torrey Pines Road between Genesee and John J. Hopkins due to an injury accident that happened around 4:30 this morning. Right now, I think Woodsy is just shaking his head going, sounds just like about 10 years ago when Mumford & Sons was playing at the amphitheater in South Bay and someone broke a gas line on one of the major freeways heading toward that. Yeah, kind of the same deal. So we'll see how that goes as the morning progresses. What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? They always bottle their Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source. And all of their bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from their own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Can't get Woods to shut up about that Mumford & Sons concert 10 years ago, right? Come on, Woods.
I think I missed that one.
Did you?
I don't remember what she's talking about.
I kind of vaguely remember.
I have no memory, though.
I mean, that amphitheater. If you cut off one of the access roads,
might as well sleep there.
Yeah,
you're done.
It's trouble. But
I literally won't go to shows.
I can't
because of getting into that venue.
I don't think I've ever seen an encore at that venue. I always leave. With
if you
4
stay for the
songs,
encore,
you're done.
You're staying until 2 a.m. You might as well just camp out and do a post-concert tailgate.
They really need a Holiday Inn right next to it. Because I would be like, hey, I'm going to go see Kiss. I'll see you in 3 days because I'm going to camp out at it. I mean, it's such a great venue, but the ins and outs are horrible.
I remember you used to be able to take like a back service road.
There's a back road. Everybody knows the back road.
905, I think it is.
Everybody knows
the water park. Back there. Yeah.
And then everyone figured that out, and you're like, all right, now there's no way you can't do it.
Yeah, I don't know that 10 years ago I was zipping out to Chula to go see Mumford & Sons play their banjos and they're blow into their jugs.
You often talk about how much you love Mumford & Sons.
Yeah, I don't. I will wait. I will. I just played it. I played it every 15 minutes on the radio, so I don't know that I hustled on out to Chula to see
my
it.
brother's best friend from junior high school is their new guitarist.
You're joking. That's pretty cool.
They went to the show when they were just here.
Yeah, they were just here. They have some pretty good songs. I just got burned out on it because, all right, coming up next, it's Mumford & Sons again. It was every 15 minutes we played.
I know.
It just wore me out.
You had that problem as a DJ. You did not like the repetitive nature of the music programming choices.
I did not.
Really any of your stations.
Imagine doing a 4-hour show and having to play the same song like 7 times. I mean, there's just no easy way to sell it anymore. It's like, all right, coming up next is Don't Do This. And after that, we're going to do Don't Do This. After that, we're going to do Don't Do This. Here comes Don't Do This. It's like you can't get excited about it. So I would just play fart sounds over it and get in trouble from my boss. So I do not miss those days. I'm so happy that I met you both. I love you both.
The bottom line, though, is an accident on Torrey Pines Road next to Torrey Pines on the first day of the Farmers Insurance Open is not ideal because there aren't a lot of different access points. Go around like La Jolla Village to the glider port,
take a glider over.
So hopefully they got that cleared up before first tee times were around 9:00 this morning. So
that late?
I think it's 8:30 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah, is when they get started this morning. I know Brooks Koepka tees off about 9:30. Xander Schauffele 9:42, I believe. Yeah. So, you don't want too much traffic congestion in that area on a day like this.
Well, so last night we did the Gold member stream, and it was about 7. We started at 7. Ben was very engaged and telling funny stories and talking about, some hypotheses that he has and testing many theories and just having a good time. And then at about 7:40, I start to see his eyes dart down. I mean, kind of looking at your wiener, I thought. He kept looking down, and what is he doing? And it's 7:43, and he just keeps looking down. And I go, oh, he's waiting for the Aztecs game to start. What were you looking? You have your phone in your lap?
Well, I did before the game started. They pushed it to 7:45, and I don't know if you noticed the last 15 minutes because we ended
at 8.
We ended the chat at 8. I moved the phone right by the camera, so when it looked like I was looking at you guys, I could actually be watching the game.
We knew by the fact that you didn't speak for about 10 straight minutes.
He sat like he was like AJ Hawk. He just not looking at it, just staring at the screen. And I'm like, hey, let's engage with these, paid subscribers. But I knew the Aztecs game had started, so we wrapped up.
They got off to a very poor start. It was like 8-2 Colorado State, and they hit some threes. Here we go again. And then pretty much after that, Colorado State could not score again for almost the rest of the night.
Man, freaking Miles Bird, Pharaoh Compton. Pharaoh Compton was just elite. A couple breakaway dunks, stuff at the rim, like so good. That tomahawk was unbelievable. 15 points, 6 of 7 shooting in 18 minutes for Pharaoh. Miles Bird in double figures again, 10 points. BJ Davis getting back into the action, getting his first start of the year. Yeah, man, the game was cruising. I started the second half and started to drift off to sleep, and I felt like we were in good hands. And they were in great hands, and they absolutely did not fall through the trap door, as Dutch said.
But the interesting part, we expected Magoon Guath to miss the game, which he did again, and probably will. Dutch hinted for another week or two as he continues to recover from the hip injury. What we were surprised by was no LZ Harrington. He was a scratch because of, I guess, a leg thing he's been dealing with all season long. Dutch said, yeah, he's been in quite a bit of pain. They wrap him every single game, and it just got to be too much, and they were hoping maybe a week of rest will get him right in time for Saturday's game at Utah State.
That's the one you need. You need everybody rolling.
Which is, a big one. But you didn't mention the guy who quietly has turned around his season.
Reese has been awesome.
And that is Reese Dixon Waters, who started out, understandably, a little rusty from missing an entire season. Shot wasn't there. The flow wasn't there. But kind of quietly, it didn't all happen just at once, but kind of quietly over the last month or so, Reese Dixon Waters has become one of the more dangerous players in the Mountain West. And it's something that the Aztecs needed to happen badly.
10 straight games, 10th straight game in double figures for Reese. And, when he got here, because he missed last year. The year before, you saw like flashes of
glimpses
of like, oh God, this guy could be a really elite scorer.
He'll be the guy next year.
Yeah, he'll be the guy next year. Then he gets hurt. So good to see. What a good dude he is too, man.
7 of 9 shooting. A couple of tough fall away baseline going. That's a terrible shot.
So good.
Made another one.
He plays like Kobe Bryant. The way he can create space and fall back and fall away from the defender, and it doesn't seem to phase him too much. That's
the kind of guy who can always get a shot like that at the end of the shot clock. And if he can make it, you feel good. Like, all right, well, our offense didn't do anything, so just put the ball in Reese Dixon Waters' hands and let him hit one of those fallaways. He also hit both of his 3-point attempts. I don't even think they touched the net. I mean, he was absolutely true. The shot is coming back.
Don't you get the sense, a 2-point game, you call a timeout with 4 seconds left, whatever. Like, don't you want him to have the ball?
Yes.
He's the guy, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right now. Miles Bird, if he's hot, you go, okay. But sometimes he gets ice cold. He wasn't particularly hot yesterday again.
When Elsie's healthy, like he's a guy
he
that
can get hot.
Hit a big shot. Pharaoh Compton has been incredible. He's been incredible.
He's had a really good year.
He's really, really good. It's you again, this is a really inferior opponent. One that you should have beaten. What was the line? 9.5. They 8.5. They destroyed
even without 2
him.
starters, you should have won that game. But that was a sign of a good side of the having so much depth on your roster, where it's kind of been the bugaboo for the first part of the season, getting guys, figuring out the right rotations, getting the guys, everybody their minutes. But when 2 of your starters go out and everybody can just step up and slide over a spot.
BJ popping right into the starting lineup for the first time. They looked fantastic. And dominated that game, won by 23 points. It's exactly what you needed. It's exactly what you were supposed to do. Again, not going to rocket you up the rankings, but the defense too. I mean, 50 points, fantastic. Really stifled those guys. Very active. I love watching Miles Bird play basketball. I really do. The guy just doesn't quit. He doesn't quit. No. On anything. I love it.
The big dilemma, of course, for Dutch is when your team plays so well, when you're down to like a 9-player rotation.
Just keep it rolling, bro.
What happens when LZ Harrington and Magoon Guath come back and you go right back to playing the 11 guys? And they don't seem to be able to get into quite the same flow of the game. Now, I don't think you want to keep LZ Harrington off the floor. And honestly, as you know, I've been kind of hot and cold on Magoon Guath a lot this year. He's not had a very good season, but the big men yesterday kind of struggled. Jeremiah Odin hasn't been playing well in the starting lineup. That's who Magoon Guath would likely replace if he comes back. I mean, 18 minutes, 1 point, 0 of 3 shooting, 3 rebounds, and a turnover is not exactly killing it in the starting lineup. I mean, if Magoon Guath can be just more of a defensive guy and focus on that rather than have to get his touches inside, I mean, he would be helpful. But I think at some point, as they get closer to the NCAA tournament and the Mountain West tournament, Dutch is going to have to increase playing time for the guys who are producing and take it away from guys who are not. You can't just be fair about it and continue to play 11 guys for 18 to 20 minutes every single game. I mean, Reese was out there for 30. BJ was out there for 29 minutes. Miles Bird for 25 minutes. That's what it should look like for your starters in a college basketball game. Your starters shouldn't just be getting 18 to 20 minutes every single game. It's not enough basketball for your best players. And Dutch knows this, but he's also thinking about the future. You know, he's kind of recruiting some of these guys as he's playing to get them to come back next year. He doesn't want a whole roster full of unhappy guys who want to instantly hit the transfer portal. So
it's a tough spot to be
in. It's
a
delicate dance and a balance. He knows that they can't really afford losses at this point because, Fox, when they were doing the broadcast last night, FS1, they kept showing their graphic that they had the Aztecs as one of the first 4 teams out on their NCAA tournament bubble. I was curious because they don't do the old, the Aztecs are in first, so we'll give them the automatic bid for the Mountain West, which is what Lunardi and CBS do. So they've been in the bracket for a while because they've been alone in first place. But if they don't win the Mountain West tournament, where do they really stand? And according to the FS1 people, they think they stand slightly on the wrong side of the bubble, which shows you how important every single game is at this point. Could be the one that gets them in, could be the one that keeps them out of the NCAA tournament at the end of the season. So they got a couple of days to get ready for Utah State.
Big one.
It's a big one. It's early, Saturday morning, 10 o'clock. It's on national television again, CBS. It's really the biggest opportunity game because this will be a quad 1 game. Utah State has the best metrics in the conference.
Let's go, man.
If you go and win that one on the road, you're not on the wrong side of the bubble anymore. I think you're on the right side of the bubble for sure. And you've created some separation from the second place team. So you've got a little margin for error in the second half of the season to clinch the regular season title and the number 1 seed in the Mountain West tournament, which comes with a bye and, generally a slightly easier path to get to that championship game and a possible automatic bid. So very important game coming up on Saturday in Logan, Utah.
I feel like he just bensplained the entire sport of basketball and conferences and rankings in 30 seconds. It was well done.
Pretty much.
Very well done. Yeah, so it's Saturday at 10. How are you going to manage? What are we going to do? We have to take his phone. We have
no
to.
laptop. Don't bring your laptop.
No laptop, no phone.
I'll just record it.
You have to raw dog this.
Yeah. The question is whether I want to try to not find out what happens and then go watch it later.
Yeah, go watch it later.
Just see what happens. And then
for anyone not following, we will be at FanFest on Saturday
at 10.
We will be broadcasting from Padres FanFest from 10 to noon.
10 to noon. I know.
You will miss the entire game.
And there's golf on. Like, he's screwed. You're done. Just, hey, you know what?
Leaders don't tee off until the afternoon. I'm okay with that.
Paulie and I will handle this. You stay home.
No, I'm not. All right, we'll come back. Throwback Thursday.
Strap in.
Wait for Coach K next on The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios. We know how. It's Ben and Woods on a Throwback Thursday. Before we move on to our Throwback Thursday clip, though, we're just talking about the Aztecs men getting another win last night. Congratulations also to the Aztecs women who won their 12th game in a row. We talked to Chris from Fort Collins, Colorado before the game, before he called that one. It was as I didn't really watch it. I saw from some highlights later. It was as ugly of a game. I mean, you remember like the classic Steve Fisher, knockout, drag out defensive battles. This was
48 to
46-44 Aztecs over Colorado State.
46-44.
46-44 was the final. San Diego State missed all 12 of their three-point attempts and yet somehow managed to beat the third-place team in the conference.
We don't complain about
in
Dubs.
Their building on field trip day with you could hear all the screaming 8-year-olds that they brought in from all the little public schools in Fort Collins just maybe not the ideal time or conditions for a college basketball game, but the Lady Aztecs are smoking hot right now and having a really great season. So wanted to finish off that story after we had talked to Chris before yesterday. But it is a Throwback Thursday before we talk some Padres and get to Don't Do This later this hour. Very excited to bring back a clip. And it was on this day, correct, Paulie?
Yeah.
January 29th, 2020. So just before the start of the pandemic.
Man.
Where we were, remember, that was the Aztecs were cooking that year. Looked like they might be a national championship contender, might get a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. And then, of course, everything got shut down and they did not play an NCAA tournament. We'll never know what would have happened if they had gotten there. But this story had to do with the Duke Blue Devils. Krzyzewski goes up. I've seen the video. I don't know. There's no audio of him going and yelling at the
No,
fans.
we just have him at the after the
But
game.
he's like yelling,
Shut up.
He is one of us.
It's the weirdest.
Why he got so worked up about it, I have no idea. Obviously, he knew Kobe. He's probably having a very tough week. But so
Kobe Bryant
talked
just died.
after the game about what was going on in that very bizarre situation.
So I apologize for that, but let's think of a different cheer.
Right.
Let's put it like defense. Yeah, let's go. Come on, Duke.
Stop. Are you hearing this? He didn't just get around basketball. He's been around basketball for the last, 50 years. Has he ever heard
Let's go.
Come on, Duke.
Come on, Duke.
Come on, Duke. That's actually quite perverted.
Like defense. Yeah, let's go.
Defense.
Come on,
Let's
Duke.
go. All right, so I'm doing the Seals game in Vegas on Saturday. Should I say come on, Seals?
I can't wait for Netflix season 2 of Cheer starring Mike Krzyzewski.
100%.
Come on, Duke.
It's
Let's
him.
go, Duke. Come on. Leave the other guy alone. And
Oh my God.
so
He's one of the greatest basketball coaches ever. He is one of the worst cheer coaches in history.
let's go.
I'll tell you
Duke.
what,
Come on.
has he not seen the show doing their thing at opposing coaches?
Let's go.
They're
Duke.
right. When
Let's go,
Steve
Duke.
Alford
Come
comes
on.
to town, the show will not stop yelling at him the entire game.
Come on, Duke.
Paul, save those forever.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Come on, Duke.
This is a guy who
Let's go,
motivates
Duke. Come on.
his team to get to the Final Four every single year.
Oh my God. How?
Like
Come
defense.
on, guys. Let's play.
Let's play real hard and make a
let's
lot
go.
of baskets.
Let's go, Duke. Come on.
That is fantastic.
Come on, Duke.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, Duke.
Come on, Duke.
Come
Sounds
on.
like you're frustrated
Let's
with
go,
him.
Duke. Come,
That's so good. It's
let's
so
go.
Good.
So
come on.
It's so good.
Come on.
I want those forever. Sounds like Napoleon Dynamite.
Come on.
Come on. God. Let's go.
idiot.
You used to play defense.
Let's go, Duke. Come,
Let's go, Duke.
come on.
Fantastic. How do you
Let's go.
How do you follow that up? That is brilliant. Brilliant. So good. Mike Krzyzewski giving people here. Look, here's some ideas of some other chants. We shouldn't be mean to the kids. Here's some ideas of other, things like defense and come on.
Let's think of a different cheer.
Okay.
Let's put it like defense.
Oh, great. Never done that one before.
Yeah, let's go.
Defense.
Defense.
That's a good one.
Come on, Duke.
It's the he lost his mind for a
They
minute.
started beating the microphone.
Yeah.
Let's go, Duke. Come on.
Let's go, Duke. Come on.
We respect our opponents.
Yes.
Leave
We
the other guy
respect
alone.
our opponent.
We are good sportsmen. We are good sportsmen.
Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it's so good. I love that audio, and I love it to this day. 6 years later, it still delights me. He just lost his mind.
In hindsight, it's not that surprising that I believe 2 years later, less than 2 years later, he announced his retirement
That was it.
from
That was it.
college basketball.
Like,
Probably-
I can't handle these crass students.
These crass
in the
students,
crowd.
they're just different than they were back in the 70s, 80s when I started. They're yelling untoward things at players, and back in my day, it was just come on, just a bunch of guys in
Defense.
just a bunch of guys in the
Let's go.
70s standing in the stands. Come on,
Defense.
let's go. Damn it.
Come on, Duke.
He's unbelievable, man. Legend, right? Legend. The
Oh,
best to ever do it. Man. That night.
Imagine you were one of the reporters sitting there.
I would be like,
just-
thank you, Jesus, for this moment that I get to be in here watching this guy unfurl in front of me and tell me how to.
Let's go, Duke. Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad you found it, Paulie. We don't play those drops enough.
I was.
Let's think of a different cheer.
Yeah.
Let's put it like defense.
Okay.
a different cheer, by the way,
A
than
different one.
defense.
Defense.
Like, not only is it lame, it's like the original cheer.
Oh, Mikey.
Defense.
Right.
Defense.
Come on. Come on.
So my buddy's friend actually went to North Carolina, and like you do with Padres fantasy camp, they have like a basketball fantasy camp that
Yeah.
Coach K would put on
Whoa.
Yeah.
for like alums, and he went. And he said it was amazing. And he actually injured himself in the camp. And like a week later, he gets a unknown call like on his phone, and he answers it. And it was Coach K checking to see
Oh
if
my
he
God.
was okay.
That's
And he
incredible.
said that was amazing. He said probably also hoping that I don't sue them,
Right.
even though I signed a lot of releases and waivers. But it was pretty cool just to answer the phone and have Coach K on the other end.
That's
So,
That's really
That's
cool.
very cool.
yeah.
Uh,
He was from North Carolina and went to the Duke camp, which I thought was pretty
God,
interesting.
a basketball fantasy camp sounds like the worst thing for me on the planet. Like, all right,
I think baseball's bad.
yeah, running suicides and
up
all
and down
that.
the court.
Yeah, forget it, man. All right, we're gonna do some rebounding now. Oh, fantastic! All my favorites. Every time I watch basketball, I think of Paulie's offer because he'll be short players from time to time, and he's like, "Do you want to come out and just run one game?"
Don't say it.
And I
My whole team, they're tier ones. They are listening right now.
So I watched the games. I was watching the Aztecs. I had that thought last night, and I watched Miles Bird get a rebound, start tearing ass down the court, eyes up, perfect feed. This guy gets blocked in. He gets a perfect feed. I go, I would embarrass myself so badly out on that court. If you would can I just stand out on the wing and just shoot? Because I can't run, don't really play good defense, and can't.
You sound like a massive, massive liability.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's
We're
what
trying
I
to win a
think.
T-shirt here, okay?
Yeah, trying to win another championship T-shirt. Like, how good is the competition? If you ever play a really bad, like overweight team, use me, and you don't need me to start and run the whole time.
Yeah, I've only played 2 games this current season. We're in one of the lower levels,
Okay.
for sure. I think you'd be able to handle yourself at least physically.
You'd watch me panic anytime
like-
the ball came to me. I'd just pass.
There's one team that we would face. They were like 23-year-old, like recently graduated frat bros,
Forget
and they just are like Energizer bunnies.
Yeah.
They never stopped sprinting.
Forget it.
They weren't even particularly good at basketball, but I think we beat them once and they beat us once because they were purely just so athletic, so young, so fast that they were able to just get by and make easy layups.
And I'm sitting here thinking, my man over here to my left has put on lacrosse gear, taken shots, did the fantasy camp AB. You've done a lot of things that have made you uncomfortable over the years. I've done a couple things, but maybe I do go out for the content, just watch myself embarrass myself.
We played a team
for
on
the tier 1s.
on Tuesday night. We won. It took us overtime, but they were similar in age. They were also just, a bunch of unks out there.
Yeah, but
and they have
50.
the old man strength.
We're not similar in age, you and I.
Yeah, they were probably in between
Okay.
you and I. They were probably in their 40s, but they know how to like push you around down there and
Get those
play
sharp
like
elbows.
old men. Yeah, like just bumping you and moving.
I used
you
to
around.
play all the time. And then it's like it bangs up your knees, your ankles,
My brother, who still plays,
Yeah.
obviously all the time, just constantly injures ankles,
Yeah.
knee. I mean, my dad used to play for decades, and I mean, they were both like hobbling around all the
It
time.
just doesn't feel like a sport you can play deep into your life. Deep.
But some people do.
Some people
I mean,
do.
For
AJ
me-
Preller's still playing. He's about our age, right? At
No,
this
he's
point,
younger.
a little younger, but like
He's a
still in
lot
his
younger.
40s.
Yeah, he's in his 40s.
Yeah.
We're in our 50s, buddy. I
I'm
don't know.
Barely
35,
in our
and I put
How old
a
is AJ?
iced knee brace every night
Right,
after the
48.
game, and then I have
Is
like
he?
a back massager like heater thing.
Yeah.
To kind of help out there. But you're always getting hurt. For me, last year in particular, playing adult baseball on Sundays,
Mhm.
followed by basketball on Tuesdays, those are such different sports.
All different muscles.
And such a beating on your body in totally different ways that the two combined didn't do a whole lot for me. It was
Yeah.
not very fun,
Yeah.
like physically.
AJ's 48 years old.
48.
God, he looks good for 48.
He does.
He
Yeah.
did not look like that at
Because
48.
he plays basketball all the
Yeah,
time.
must be. Must be.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
love the Coach K clips so much. Makes me so happy to hear it. Hope he's doing well. He's alive, right?
Coach K?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
absolutely. Yeah, he's still.
Come on,
He's still
dude.
around.
Come on.
Speaking of me taking on challenges,
Defense.
Yokeled wants to know who can spell Coach K's last name without cheating.
No.
He says, I would bet $100 that Ben could spell it right. I definitely at one point
All right, try it.
had it, but I haven't looked at it in a while, and I have not looked it up. And I know it's K. Okay. R.
Yep.
Then it's Z.
Yep.
Y.
Yep.
Z.
Yep.
EWESKI.
Oh, you put an extra E in.
EW. What is yeah?
ZEWSKI, not
ZEWSKI.
Yeah, exactly. So close. Once he got the first four, I was like, oh, he's got this.
I worked for years. It's the ZYZ. If you can remember the ZYZ, everyone knows Coach K, so it starts with K. And then the second letter was always that weird R that you don't hear.
KRZYZ.
So then I learned it's the ZYZ.
Uski.
And then it's Uski. Oh, I
Uski.
just added an extra E.
Yep.
Yeah, EWSKI.
Yep.
Uski.
Man,
Not bad.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a while, though.
Much better than I would have
I
done.
used to have
me
to write
too.
it occasionally, like, soundbite on television,
Sure.
and I have to write Mike, and then I have to look it up every single time. And I go, I'm going to learn how to spell this,
Yeah.
but it's been several years since I've done it before.
You did
So
great.
I was close.
You did great.
Speaking of legends that could be close to retiring, see LeBron last night making a trip to Cleveland.
Mhm.
And since you never know, could be his last visit to Cleveland, they did it up right for him. Paul, you saw the clip where
Mhm.
they did, even though he was on the road team, they did the full home style introduction with the announcer when he came out. They did a big video montage, including some playoff clips from his early years with the Cavs. His big a series against the Pistons. It was game 6 and they were behind. He scored 25 straight points to lead them back to the win. And then they ended up winning in game 7 and getting to the NBA finals. And LeBron got like weepy.
Yeah, he's emotional.
Yeah. During that return to Cleveland. Now, Paul and I both agree. We don't think this is his last season. We think he's going to play another year.
I mean, ask yourself, does LeBron James seem like the kind of guy that's going to just at the end of the year quietly drift off into the sunset and be like, oh, by the way,
That's it for me.
that's it for me? Or do you think he's the guy that's going to, maybe do a
Sure.
huge announcement over the summer? Hey, tune in.
This is going to be my last season.
Whatever,
then
one of his
downplay it and
major
go, but I don't want.
productions.
Don't go to a fuss. Don't
Don't make a big fuss.
Don't make a big deal out
But you
of it.
better make
I
a big fuss.
I want to make sure everyone
But
knows
every
this is
single road
my
arena
last
we
season.
play in better be a huge,
Better be a big
huge
fuss.
production.
Yeah. I need a huge fuss.
I tend to lean that way, that if he's going to do it, he wants to announce it
Yeah.
before the season, not after the season's over.
And I
Now,
think the NBA wants that as well.
I think 100%.
because every opposing arena is going to sell
Sold out.
every single time the Lakers are there.
Yep.
or certainly the final time.
I know. I don't think it'll be with the Lakers. I feel like that chapter may be closing this year, possibly as they move on. So
buying into all the reporting from the last couple of weeks, we haven't really talked about it, but there was like a huge story about a week ago on the Bus family and Jeannie Buss, and pretty damning accusations of what she thinks of LeBron James and how his time has run out. He responded a couple of days later just saying, I don't put any thought into what people write. I know what's right. I know what's not right. I know what my relationship is with the family and everything. It was mostly like, it was quoted from a couple of family members of the Bus family that are no longer with the organization. I think they were the ones that were quoted.
The bitter ones.
So you kind of have to take that into consideration. But it's been reportedly been pretty messy.
Where would he go? Just back to Cleveland or something?
I don't know. I think he'd want to go. So he'd want to go somewhere that he feels like he could win.
Do they keep Bronny if LeBron leaves?
Cleveland would be a place. That's a good question as well. That was one of the stories that he felt like Jeannie felt LeBron wasn't appreciative enough that they used a draft pick on Bronny. The other teams wouldn't have used. So yeah.
I haven't followed it super closely. I don't really watch Lakers or anything, but felt like he was pretty appreciative of that. Wasn't that like a really cool moment for him to have?
I mean, it seemed, I don't know. I mean, behind the scenes, I have no idea, but not a lot of teams would necessarily just clearly. I mean, no one else was going to take him.
Kowtow to your
they
demands.
actually, I mean, they could have signed him as an undrafted free agent,
right?
But they actually
picked
him in the draft so they could say Bronny was a draft pick of the LA Lakers. Now, I don't know what LeBron really said about it, but I would think he would have been appreciative about that.
Yeah.
All right, we will take a time out. When we come back, it is time for Don't Do This. Woods found an audio clip for Do This that fits right in with one of his missions in life, and that is good mental health, especially for men who sometimes try to stuff all those emotions into the bottle. So we will play some of the audio for you coming up next. Take a quick time out, check the traffic. More Benno Woods coming up on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I was talking again with my Trajan Wealth advisor, David, yesterday, really trying to set up a good future for us, especially for me for retirement.
You?
No, us, like our family.
I thought you meant us,
I mean, if you'd like to get involved, I can certainly give you his number. It's, best feeling, much like in sports, isn't just winning. It's knowing that you were prepared. That same feeling matters in retirement. That's why Trajan Wealth helps people plan with purpose. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors take the time to listen, educate, and build a wealth management plan that reflects your values, not someone else's idea of retirement. They're independent, local, and focused on long-term relationships. With offices in Carlsbad and Del Mar, Trajan Wealth works with people who want peace of mind, not financial guesswork. If that sounds like what you're looking for, start today. Call 619-367-0207. Again, 619-367-0207, or visit TRAJANwealth.com. That's TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Client paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixieline Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it,
and enjoy
it. Yes,
right.
You knew that.
I did.
Very good. I will get us started with Don't Do This, and it involves a boxing story. Former 3-weight champion Gervonta Davis apprehended in Miami yesterday, 2 weeks after an arrest warrant was issued on charges of battery, false imprisonment, and attempted kidnapping, according to Miami Gardens police. Apparently, they put up quite the investigation here. The police department, the United States Marshals Fugitive Task Force, conducting a 3-county surveillance operation to find Davis and take him into custody without incident. The arrest warrant issued about 2 weeks ago. Police say Davis entered a strip club on August 27th and confronted his ex-girlfriend. The woman worked at the club as a VIP cocktail server. He took her into a back room, attacked her, restrained her, grabbed the woman by her hair and throat, told her, "You think I would not find you," then took her to the parking lot where he eventually released her. The woman told police that they had dated for 5 months in 2025 before the relationship ended, and she no longer communicated with him, cut him off. He did not like that. And he said, "I will find you." And he found her at her place of work, a place that
absolutely
probably has about 1,000 cameras inside.
Yeah.
Of it. So
yeah.
not necessarily.
Can you put cameras?
I believe they have lots of security cameras.
Yeah, I guess you could.
I mean, I think there are maybe rooms that don't.
Correct.
Which is also maybe problematic. But I believe the main areas are quite surveilled.
I mean, you are the foremost authority.
I'm not the foremost authority.
But you're one of them.
I am not even one of them. Oh, my God. But yes, security cameras.
I mean, such a, I'm glad that the authorities got involved, because that is one of those it could have been such a tragic ending. You got to make sure that you throw the book of these guys, man. If you've got them on tape doing stuff like this, you got to throw the book of these guys. It can't happen again.
Remember, Davis had been in training to fight Jake Paul, and then they pulled him from the card when the lawsuit was filed, and he was replaced by Anthony Joshua.
This is a really good do this for a Thursday.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
Up against the clock a little bit, but you guys remember the name Austin Meadows, former baseball player. He was the 9th overall pick in 2013. Pittsburgh Pirates selected him in the first round, 9th pick.
Then went to the Rays, right?
Went to the Rays, played for, and then eventually to the Tigers. And once he got to the Tigers, things didn't go very well for him. Ended up leaving baseball. He hurt his Achilles. He had vertigo too. I mean, went through it. And as he was kind of leaving the game, realized, man, I'm not well. I'm not well mentally. Not only am I not well physically, I'm not well mentally, and left the game. And at a young-ish age, I mean, there's still baseball in him. And he just said, I can't do this anymore, and walked away. And hadn't really thought about him or heard about him until yesterday. Just a video that he posted that I wanted to share for all the men out there.
Hey, guys. Being out of baseball is hard. Living life outside of what you've known for 25 plus years is really, really challenging. I'm out of the game sooner than I expected, and it's not easy. It's not an easy adjustment, trust me, for me and my family. I think the biggest thing I've learned, though, since being out of baseball with my mental health is acceptance, accepting that, I have an anxiety disorder, accepting that I have OCD, accepting other things going on that, are out of my control that I never asked for. And I just encourage you guys to seek help, those that are having a tough time. And, I currently get help still every day, and it's changed my life, and it's still changing me slowly but surely. So that's the biggest thing for me is accepting where I'm at.
Very, very strong statement by, a guy that did it at the top level for many, many years, and probably didn't realize his full potential because probably was, if I had to guess, speculate, probably was afraid / embarrassed back when he was in his playing days to say, hey, I actually feel okay, but I need some help with what's going on upstairs. And I thought it was really brave of him to do that. And that's what you need more of. You need more people saying, hey, it's okay not to be okay. Go out and get some help.
If I'm being honest, I have some of that fear in me.
Yeah.
Because I have known nothing other than for the past 30 years.
Anxiety?
No. I do my radio, television work every single day. I've been employed every single day of the last 30 years. I've never been between jobs. I've never had anything other kind of job.
That's it.
Yeah.
But at some point, it's going to come to an end.
Correct.
You never know when. I'd like to think it'll be of my choosing. But even if it's of my choosing, how am I going to react when my life doesn't kind of revolve around that schedule that I have set up for myself, that I have now kind of indoctrinated myself into for decades and decades, and have to do something else with my time? I think that could be very stressful for me at some point.
I mean, especially baseball, sports. Guys like you miss all of the locker room camaraderie. You miss the grind. You miss the work that you put in, and then it's done. It's over.
Even the stuff that maybe you didn't like or appreciate at the time.
The travel, and then
team buses.
You look up and you're like, all right, I'm at home, and I'm a dad, and I'm a husband, and I don't know how to function. This happens so much, but the fact that he's addressing it, I think, is huge. It's huge, and guy just wants to be a little bit better every single day, and I appreciate that. And it does take some stones to admit it. Big, tough athlete, and I thought that was really great. I mean, I've talked to some of the toughest guys I've ever met, some of the biggest, the Carlos Quentins of the world, right? Mm-hmm. The Skip Schumachers of the world, talking about the fear and anxiety he had when he was playing with the Cardinals. I mean, anybody look at Skip Schumacher and say, what a wimp, what a P word, what a weakling? No, God, no. It takes some courage to put a video out there like that. It was great.
And that is Don't and Do This for a Thursday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we'll talk some Padres when we come back here at the bottom of the hour, including some new organizational rankings out, and it is not great news if you're a San Diego Padres fan. We'll let you know about that.
That's awesome.
Coming up next with Bennett Woods.
Tease.
Hold on. Hey, coming up next, we're going to break your heart. It's Padre fans.
Well, I mean, it's just one person's opinion or a few people's opinions.
Yes.
But it's just an opinion. I'm sure AJ would disagree, but we'll talk about it when we come back with Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't forget to register your name for our biggest fan contest every day, weekday, 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 5:30 p.m. We call out names and give you 10 minutes to call us back and qualify for the grand prize, a night for you and 20 friends in the Odyssey Suite at a Padres game with all the fan staff, catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. You can get your name in by going to 973thefansd.com/biggest-fan. Remember, yesterday,
I know this
we
one
had
too.
a tier 1 in our YouTube chat that was called. I'm not saying that's going to happen again today, but I'm not saying it either.
I'll say it.
You're going to say it again.
Yeah, I did. I'll do it again.
I told you not to do that yesterday because I don't want to disappoint the people who aren't in the YouTube stream. But yes,
it's a good one.
I did recognize this name as well.
Oh, indeed. Indeed.
From the tier 1s.
Yes. Best audience in radio.
They are.
Yep. Where do you want to start here?
Let's start with the prospect lists, and then we can get to maybe some of Kevin Acey's comments. Well, being the sports fan that I am, I read way too many off-season lists of various.
You love lists, so it's
power ranking, just all the kinds of lists. And there's two ways to look at a list. You can either, if you're hoping to see your team on a good list, you can start at the top and then slowly scroll one way and go, right, I hope I see him the next one. Oh, 7, no, 8, no, and you keep going down. The other way is to start at the bottom and then hope you don't see your team as you scroll up. Well, when Keith Law of The Athletic came out with his rankings of organizational minor league systems, I didn't think it was really worth doing the scroll down. I knew the Padres weren't going to be near the top. I knew they'd be near the bottom. So I thought I'll start with the bottom and then hopefully scroll up, and every name that isn't Padres, I will okay, good. All right, we're moving up, 27, 26, 25. So I went down to the bottom of the list.
How long did this take you? How many teams did you have to eliminate?
0. Right away, as I got to the bottom of the list, 30 San Diego Padres.
Now, that's not bad out of the 50 teams in Major League Baseball.
Right, it's 30 teams.
That's true. There are only 30.
They were lumped in. He also separated them into tiers. They were in tier 8, which is just them and the Angels at number 29.
Just the 29th runner-up.
Yeah.
Bro, here's the thing with the Angels, though, is that it says their last 3 first-round picks before the 2025 draft, they're all in the big leagues, and they're no longer eligible. So they've made their picks and have graduated guys like Zach Neto, Nolan Schanuel, and Christian Moore as well. So
here's what
different.
Here's what Keith Law wrote about the Padres, and I can't totally disagree. What did you expect? They've traded so many guys that there's very little left in the system, with relievers and long shots populating most of their top 20.
Yes.
Their first 2 picks from the 2020 and 2022 drafts are all gone in trades, as are the first 3 selections in 2023 and their second and third rounders from 2024. They also traded their top prospect, Leo DeVries, in a huge package for Mason Miller last July. 2 of their top 3 remaining prospects, Ethan Salas and Cash Mayfield, had disappointing showings last year, and their 2025 draft was hurt by the lack of a second-round pick. That was because of the signing of Nick Pivetta. Many of those trades have brought the team to the playoffs or into contention, and they're probably a playoff contender again in 2026, but the supply of prospects is not infinite, not even for a very scouting-focused organization like this one.
Okay.
AJ has spent with his minor league capital, and now the bill coming due as he looks at some very empty shelves in the minor league system. Now, he will and has many times disputed the experts' opinions of organizational rankings and has a much higher opinion, perhaps, of some of his own prospects than
the internal metrics,
just his internal observations. Now, that sometimes is also echoed by other teams who also value Padres prospects higher than perhaps the Keith Laws of the world have valued some Padres prospects.
Well, he never really seems to have trouble trading with people at the deadline, ever.
Yeah.
Never. And multiple teams. Now, again, maybe they look at it and go, oh, we can fleece this guy. But yeah, man, there's probably a few he would like back. There's probably a few that he is like, I don't care. They have a good ability. Talk to Logan White out at Fantasy Camp. There is an ability that team has, and that team being their scouting team and department, to flush it, move on, go get the next one. And they've done a good job at it.
How many trades really hurt? Really hurt us.
Padres. You can go back to when he very first got the job, but I don't know that that's fair at this point. If you want
11 years ago?
Yeah, if you want to count it, count it. That's on you, man. That's fine. But
Sure.
the last few years, like you look at and you're like, yeah, Robbie Snelling may hurt, but he hasn't hasn't killed you yet.
I think we'd all like James Wood.
James Wood would be fantastic.
You got Juan Soto.
Right. James Wood would have been great out here in left field for the San Diego Padres.
Maybe Leo becomes great. We got Mason Miller. Pretty good.
Leo hasn't done anything yet. I didn't see him near the top of many lists.
I'm like 11th.
Either. Did you? Okay. I saw him in the middle of a couple, so I don't know. Whatever. They hurt right now because you see that 30 next to your name, and that's the only reason it hurts you. But I Jacob Marcy could turn into something in Miami, but
again, I'm saying like today, what past trade has really hurt the system?
Yeah, there's some arms. Munoz is a big one. Munoz and that's a big one.
The one with Seattle.
Seattle was tough.
Woods, you always love to point out the Matt Beatty for River Ryan trade.
That may be the one that is like. That may be the one that he sweats about at night. It would be for me. Matt Beatty is dog ass, man. I mean, he's as bad of a player as you could find in Major League Baseball. No offense to the man personally, but he's one of the worst baseball players I've ever seen.
I assume he'll be signed to a 1-year contract by the Padres later today.
He is out. I don't even think he's in baseball right now. I really don't. But for River Ryan, who they're saying could be the Dodgers' best prospect, they've got him currently like third, fourth, but they're like, actually, River Ryan could be the best one, and we gave him away for nothing.
Yeah.
I think the book is still out on the Freddie Fermin trade and whether the Padres will regret giving up so much starting pitching.
Well, the Royals are looking to unload both of the guys that they've traded that they picked up for Fermin.
True,
but they're replete with pitch.
And the Padres still need more catching, not less catching.
Correct.
It's not as though they don't need Freddie Fermin badly this season. They do.
Hey, Frenchie says, wait, the Padres had River Ryan? Yeah, they traded him for Matt Beatty. I mean, it's tough. They weren't expecting River Ryan to be what he is, and maybe he unlocked something in the Dodgers system. That wouldn't be the first time that's happened, certainly. But that one made no sense to me.
Oh, by the way, the Dodgers rank number 2 on Keith Law's list of organizational prospects. He says,
but again, they don't trade any prospects like
they
ever.
haven't.
They never trade prospects.
I take no pleasure in reporting this, but the Dodgers continue to boast one of the best farm systems in baseball, and I could make an argument for them as number 1, although the Freddie Peralta trade locked the Brewers into that spot for him. He says after they picked up the prospects in that deal.
So it says the Dodgers are the paragon of hitter development with a clear idea who they believe can help and processes that make it happen. Oh, okay. I mean,
I would say the Padres are at least one of the paragons of pitcher development.
I would say the same thing, 100%.
Rays and the Padres.
But the Andy Pages is a good prospect. He's a good prospect. I mean, he is. He's a good prospect.
He's not anymore.
He
now,
was one that was drafted and developed and really good. Will Smith, good prospect. He's been around for a while. Mm-hmm. But you look and you go, all right, man, like Michael Bush and Dalton Rushing, they didn't light your hair on fire. Gavin Lux didn't light your hair. Where's Bush now? He's in Chicago. He's good now.
They don't take advantage of their system. Like A.J. Preller tries to maximize the use of all those prospects.
Well, because he doesn't have the open checkbook to say, well, I'm not going to do a 3-for-1 deal on a superstar when I can just write the guy a check in a year in free agency.
You draft those guys because you see something in them. You sign them to your system because you see something in them. You may not want to give up on them or move them. Prospects are just capital. Money is also capital.
Right.
It doesn't really matter what it takes to get a package of players that you want to acquire. If you have all the money and can do it that way.
When you spend all the money,
players.
You're blocking your prospects from coming up in your system. So to get any value out of them, you have to trade them.
They've had some good arms.
Not really. The Dodgers, they just stockpile.
They stockpile. They've had some.
But if you stockpile them and they never get to your big leagues because they're blocked. I mean, it's nice to have a second-ranked system, but if you're not going to use it, what's the point?
If you're not going to use them in trades and not bring them up, what's really the point?
PCL
nice to have them there if you do
double
need
A
them.
championships. Yeah, that's about it.
You tell these guys that are in AAA knocking on the door, hey, do you want to be part of this franchise or do you want to go and maybe get some more playing time?
They'll start somewhere.
In Colorado, because we can make that happen. But if you want to be part of this system, you might have to wait a couple of years.
They don't pull the trigger on they're different teams entirely. They have different philosophies.
But they could at any time.
At any time. That's the difference.
They
but
could pull they could pull the trigger on Tarek Skubal at any time.
Literally today, they've got enough
absolutely
to throw at Detroit for 1 year of Tarek Skubal. If they wanted to do it.
And they don't compromise their future at all because
not even a little.
None of those guys has really had any future with the Dodgers because they're already blocked. Right. So to me, I don't understand why they haven't done it already.
I don't either. And I didn't understand at the deadline why they didn't. But they have the ultimate middle finger is we won the last 2 World Series. Whatever we're doing is the right way. Right. We're doing it the right way because we won the last 2 World Series. So you can't say anything to that. They've developed some decent arms. I love Kasperius. They had some guys, but they've missed on some of their prospects. Bobby Miller is a bust so far. They've missed on a few of those guys. And their hitting prospects have been okay. I mean, in that lineup, you don't really have to do too much if you're Dalton Rushing. Like, just don't screw up, kid.
Clase? Wasn't he a Dodger?
He was a Dodger years ago. Was he a Dodger?
No, he was a Padre.
Yeah,
they had another. No, they had a big.
They had Yordan Alvarez. They've missed on some guys. I mean, but again, they've got the ultimate double bird at you because they got the last 2 World Series.
They've got 2 and they're favored to win the 3rd.
Yeah.
All right, let's check traffic. When we come back, we can get into some of Kevin Acey's comments on the Foul Territory podcast yesterday involving Fernando Tatis Jr. and Yu Darvish. It's coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
This traffic report supports a fentanyl-free America, brought to you by the San Diego DEA. Good news, guys. They've reopened Torrey Pines Road between Genesee and John J. Hopkins. So, traffic looking much better through that area, and just in time as Farmers Insurance Open kicked off just a little while ago. So there's your good news. I have got a couple of other problems, though. Northbound side of the 5 before Hawthorne, we have reports of a collision involving several vehicles. They're all over to the left shoulder. We also have on southbound 15, right around Via Rancho Parkway, a collision involving a couple vehicles. They have moved over to the right shoulder. Further down at West Bernardo, reports of a stalled vehicle in the fast lane. Families laughing, parents cheering, futures filled with hope. The American dream is possible when our country is fentanyl-free. Protect communities, prevent fentanyl overdoses, and support those impacted. Learn how to protect your loved ones from fentanyl at dea.gov/fentanyl-free. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben & Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All guests on Ben & Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Kevin Acey from the Union Tribune, who, of course, reported the Yu Darvish potential retirement that was refuted by Yu Darvish last week, appeared on the Foul Territory podcast, kind of doubling down on what he thinks is going to happen. Here's some of the audio.
Can they get the money back? If he says I void, wouldn't they want the Padres, want him to do this sooner than later? Because I'm not exactly the number he's making, but I'm assuming it's around 20-ish million, if not more. Then the Padres can save that. Yeah. Okay. So then they could say, hey, we could use that towards.
Oh, no. That's something that they have sort of unofficially budgeted for 2026 and beyond is this money. This has been an ongoing thing where, it's a big decision for you. So it's not like, he has, I don't know if I want to say gone back and forth or whatever, but he has not been definitive to them until recently that this is definitely going to be the case, that they are going to get money back.
Interesting.
So here's the twist that I brought up earlier, that if the Padres are very confident, as Kevin Acey is reporting, that Yu Darvish is going to give a significant chunk of his contract back, are they budgeting that as though it's money they can still spend, or are they budgeting it as though we spent that money
we already
on
spent
Michael King,
on Michael King,
knowing that Yu Darvish was going? I don't know what the case is, but I don't know what that means. Is that budgeted money already spent and they're kind of hoping that they make it back with you? Or is that extra money that they feel like they can still spend to address roster issues here in 2026, whether they think it's going to happen now or in a few months from now, that they feel like they have enough financial flexibility because of that to make more moves? I don't know the answer to that question.
I love the idea of hedging and just going out and signing Eugenio Suarez, hoping that Yu Darvish.
Bless you.
Coming.
Does that if then Yu Darvish decides, you know what, I'm not retiring.
You're like, damn it. All right, no, we're good. We can pay this.
In what kind of bad financial situation does that put the San Diego
but then you're going
Padres?
into a lockout and nobody cares anyway. So go for broke, man.
We'll have more comments from Kevin Acee in the second half of our show about Fernando Tatis Jr. We will also get to a little real or fake on a Throwback Thursday. I almost said take on Woods, but it's Thursday, so we'll play some real or fake. All coming up in hour number 3 next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
All right, we're halfway home on a Thursday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Thanks so much for joining us here on your radio dial on YouTube. If you listen later in the day on Spotify or Apple, we certainly appreciate that as well. Just get us in you. That's all we ask. Figure out a way to get us inside of you every day. And that's our ultimate goal, right?
Usually.
Mentally inside.
Yeah.
Not auditorily.
Yes, auditorially. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl. He's the executive producer of the program. Ben Higgins, friendly neighborhood sports anchor, Mr. Chairman. How you feeling right now?
A little tired.
I'm tired too.
Busy week with the Farmers Insurance Open coverage, and got FanFest coming up on Saturday. I had to stay up a little later for the Aztecs game last night and post-game highlights. Didn't get to bed until 10:45 or so.
I'm always
a little tired.
I'm always, we're going to be at FanFest, and we're going to be talking to Jason Adam, and we're going to be talking to Craig Stammen. We've talked to Craig a bunch, but nothing's really happened since we've talked to him, right? So I have a little nervousness about so how's it going? Good. Also, we're going to be out at spring training in 3 weeks. Going to be talking to both of them again.
Yeah.
Hey, fancy seeing you here again. So
how about that drive out to Peoria? Am I right?
What's your favorite restaurant around here? Have you tried Chompy's Deli? It's really good. I'm looking forward to that, by the way, when we get out there. It's our spring training.
I went without you once.
I know.
While you were competing at fantasy camp.
It was elite, wasn't it?
It's always good.
God, that place is good. Chompy's Deli. It's you. If we went today, it'd be us and 85-year-olds in Chompy's Deli.
That's what it was.
That's what it is.
Yep.
That's what it is.
It's in a mall.
It's in a mall.
They've all got their Chompy's cards where punch cards or whatever, so they can get the 15% discount.
So
for sure.
I got scolded by an old lady last year. Do you guys remember that?
That's right.
For my foul mouth.
Mhm.
An old lady literally scolded me at Chompy's Deli. We were sitting at the table and we're telling stories, and Sammy's with us. Sammy Levitt, and we're just having the grand old time. And then this old lady walked by and just chewed me
They all
out.
got up. They were done.
Yeah.
And as the four of them were leaving or whatever, one hung around
and just ripped me a new one
to come by and
just ripped me a new one. Was I nice, or did I tell her to mind her business?
You were nice.
You were
And
nice.
I was not very nice.
Were you not?
I kind of gave her why don't you mind your own business?
Yeah,
I'm a grown ass man. I'll talk however the F I want to talk.
Like
I didn't
that.
say that to her.
I tended to agree with her. I thought
Oh
you
my
were being
God.
a little
Of course you did.
too loud with your
I was just being demonstrative.
colorful language.
As I am. I'm a
It's
demonstrative
okay to
person.
use those words, but you don't want them to carry to other tables if you're at a restaurant.
Well, I mean, again, I wasn't talking about perverted,
Right.
sexual escapades or anything. I just dropped an F-bomb in here or there.
Right.
When I was telling stories. What do we at a church?
we
We're
weren't
at a restaurant. I
screaming.
wasn't screaming.
No.
This guy's out of his effing mind, right? That bothered her
I guess
sensibilities.
knowing that Ben and Sammy were the other two people and that it was a direct shot at you and me.
Yeah.
That's why I got a little bit. I was like, yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm a grown man. Thank you. But I appreciate your concern.
The strange part. Life comes full circle. Take my kids. Bo had a football game Friday night. So Hannah wasn't feeling well. So I said, I'll take the kids to dinner and you go home and relax. And we went down to Chick-fil-A and we posted up, and it was about.
You definitely can't use bad language at
No,
Chick-fil-A.
that is like a church. So it's about 7:30 on a Friday night. Get our food. You guys go pick a booth. Dad'll bring the stuff over. So the kids pick a booth, and we sit down and we start to enjoy our meal. I'm making fancy sauce for them, and we're about to crush it. And then in the booth directly behind us, 7 broccoli-headed freaks piled into the booth right behind us. And I heard them. They're loud, and they're teenagers. My guess is somewhere between 18 and 20. And I turned around and
the
looked.
rowdiest of ages.
The rowdiest of ages. I turned around and look, and they're, what I say, 6 guys, 6, 7 guys. Every one of them full head of broccoli. Yeah, 6, 7. Every one of them with a full head of broccoli. They looked ridiculous. 6, 7 of them sitting there with their broccoli haircuts. They looked insane. And so we're eating. Taylor keeps turning around to stare, and I'm like pushing I'm like, stop, don't look around. Bo is putting his head to the side, and he's looking directly at them because they start talking about girls in a very negative way. Not a negative, well, in a very objectifying way is the word I'm looking for.
Correct. And I didn't even know where the story was going.
There's some untoward language being used. Then they start talking about a kid they used to bully. And I'm like,
how sorry they felt for their actions.
They were laughing incessantly, and they said that they called him a fat inbred P word. And they said fat inbred P word 30 times. So there's my children who, by the way, have heard it all. Okay? They've heard it all. So I thought to myself, I weighed it out. Do I actually, at 50 years old, turn around and go, hey, you got little kids over here? Or would that be massively hypocritical? I think it would be massively hypocritical because I didn't say anything. I just said, hey, quit staring over there. Finish your nuggets, finish your fries, and let's get the hell out of here. But it gave me the biggest panic. I was panic-inducing because I'm going, this is going to be my kids in for Bo, it's going to be him in 8 years, 9 years. Him and his dork friends sitting at Chick-fil-A, objectifying women and talking about some kid they bullied. And it made me sick. And it made me want to go, yeah, you're not leaving the house. I don't know what to tell you. You're here. I'm sorry. You sit home, play video games. You're not leaving the house if this is how it's going to be out there.
I'm not the hand wringer that I think some people think I am.
No,
I
you're not.
mostly leave people alone. They'll leave you alone. Let them live their lives the way they want to. And I don't think that those kids were doing any serious damage to your children or anything that, is that unusual nowadays. But I also think of, okay, what if there were 10 tables filled with all those kids who were doing that loudly in the entire restaurant? At some point,
I think you got to go.
It becomes an unpleasant place to be.
Yeah.
You just don't want to be there. So if one table is doing it and then another and another, then you have a problem. So maybe you do sort of have to nip it in the bud.
I just remember
if it's, impacting other people's enjoyments, which is kind of the same thing at Chompy's. Yes. Was she overreacting a little bit to a few colorful words that you said?
And again, I wasn't talking about women anything like that. I was just telling stories about.
But if it's impacting the enjoyment of their, mid-morning brunch,
bagel,
then try to keep things to your own table at the very least.
It's fair. And I thought about for a sec, and it was not so much the language, it was the tenor and the tone of it. And I wanted to turn around and go, hey, I just want you guys to know you guys are all idiots. And that's okay, because I was an idiot too. And you're going to grow out of this idiotic phase. Also, you got to get different haircuts. There's nothing cool about 6 of you guys, or 7, walking around with the same haircut. The same haircut, the exact same.
I felt like when we were growing up, kids had lots of different haircuts.
As did I. You had the curly-headed kid. You had the looped-over, swooped hair. You had the buzz cuts. You had, faux hawks, whatever. Every kid. And the best part is a bunch of other kids walked in that they knew, and they were, hey, what's up, dude? And they all had broccoli, too. I couldn't. I wanted to turn around and mock their haircuts more than their language and their objectification.
But then you're the bully.
But then I'm the bully. But I also remember being getting my hand slapped when I was a kid, at the mall or something, and being rowdy and just being 18, 19. It just kind of comes with the territory. I went with all right, man, let the kids be kids. Don't be that guy. I told you I chased a kid down in my neighborhood, though, and had a chat with him and his mother as he squealed around. He ran a stop sign and squealed and left rubber, like squealed around. I go, I don't do this. And I pulled up and go, hey, buddy, I was 16. I was an idiot. You're going to hurt some kids. I don't want that for you. And his mom said, what did you say? And I told her, and she grabbed him by the ear and she dragged him inside. And I'm like, now I'm Karen of the neighborhood, but I felt like I had to say something. He peeled out and ran the stop sign. What's so funny?
You'll see in just a second.
See it in a minute.
In our YouTube chat.
Oh, that's it. The broccoli haircut. God, I hate this haircut. This haircut, it enrages me.
I've got one more question about this incident.
First, though, this hour at 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the company trusted by thousands of San Diegans to keep their pools sparkling, swim ready, and expertly maintained. Call GL Pools now and say radio for a free month of service. Is it on the employees of the restaurant?
I feel so bad because it's Chick-fil-A. They're so friendly in there.
Well, they
They're
are
the most
very
friendly.
They're very proper. They're trained to be very polite, proper,
They didn't say a
prim.
word.
And they didn't come and say anything
Not a
to
word.
the kids at the table, because it can't really be the job of the customer to police the other customers. It really has to be the job of the employees and the manager, and however they want they're established. I mean, the manager should have walked over to that table and
said, hey,
if you want to talk like that, take it to Carl's Jr. where it belongs.
Yeah. Hey, latrine lip, head on down to Taco Bell, okay? More your speed.
This is Chick-fil-A.
This is a fancier.
We have standards.
There's standards here. MM McKees is the proud mom of a teen with broccoli haircut. He has amazing hair. All right. Okay.
But they didn't say anything. They just let it continue.
It just went on, and then we ate our
customer is always right.
We ate our food and we laughed when we left. And Bo goes, "Man, those teenagers were kind of scary, Dad." And I go, "Yeah, teenagers can be a little scary." I go, "Hey, just so you know, get used. Like when you're going to be older, kids are going to be messing with you for the rest of your life. They're going to chase you through the neighborhood. They're going to try to beat you up. Like this is life, bud." But it was. He goes, "I thought they were going to hurt us." I go, "Well, I'm not going to let them. I'm not getting beat up. I don't care how many broccoli headed freaks come at me. I'm not going down to 6 or 7 broccoli heads.
I'm not going to. So quit asking."
Kayla says, "Not Carl's Jr. catching strays from Ben." Oh yeah. And I have nothing against
Carl.
The food. Western bacon cheeseburger used to be one of my absolute favorites, but I am really confused as to why it has 2 different names in different parts of the country. Why
Hardee's?
is it Carl's Jr. here and Hardee's somewhere else?
To make it better for you?
No,
like if it was Hardee's, would you eat it more?
If there was just consistency across the country, like just name it and just stick with the name. I don't like that with the supermarkets either. Like, is it Albertsons or is it Kroger's or is it what is it? Why can't you just have the same name for it everywhere?
They've got the Big Mac. We've got the Big Mac.
I want to know
have no seeds.
I want to know what I'm going into in a different part of the country. Like, I want my standardization. Don't change the name on me just because I've crossed state lines.
I'm sorry to all the broccoli heads out there. You'll grow out of it. And the best part is when you're 30, you're going to look back at your haircut and go, what an a-hole I look like. Not only me and all my friends patrolling the streets of Encinitas on
any group photo of you and your friends, you're all wearing the exact same haircut.
It looks like a stalk of broccoli, dude. It really does. It just kills me. Me. So anyway, when we go back to Chompy's here in a few weeks, I'll make sure to clean it up for sure.
Adam chimes in. Checkers and rallies are the same thing.
Checkers and rallies,
too.
same thing.
Albertsons and Vons. I don't know. I mean, what's your relationship here?
Best food, Mayo, is Hellman's
somewhere else.
Where I'm from. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. I mean, it's got to be cheaper just to have one label for everything as opposed to have
I had
2 separate ones
near my house
Safeway?
growing up in Seattle. Came down here and realized that was just Vons.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. Matthew said he had the JTT. What's JTT? Is that
Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Oh, okay. He had the butt cut.
From
the
Home
middle
Improvement.
Yeah,
the middle part.
Butt cut, just a thing right down the middle, and your hair kind of flaps over the side. Yeah, it's a tough look. I had the swoop. I used to style my hair.
Remember the girls all had the Jennifer Aniston for a long time.
Yeah. We used to actually style our hair, a swoop here, and then lay your hat on top. I mean, we look like idiots. There's no question. So I say it from love because I've been there.
I had an absolute flat part. Like just when I was a kid every single day.
With those big wings off the side.
Just a flat down part.
Just straight down.
Straight across.
Like
part.
Like
just
Adolf Hitler.
comb.
Adolf
A little bit with the part. A sharp part in my hair.
And then a line?
A sharp part right.
Would you see
here.
like the white line?
And then you have the white line and it would part it.
Yeah, give me the I'll take the Adolf. That's it.
I didn't say it.
Your mom did.
This is my mother. I had the parted hair. That's what I had.
I'm gonna need some pictures.
Adolf Hitler. Ben at his barber.
Ben at his barber chair.
What would it be today, sir?
Adolf Hitler.
Okay, no problem. Let me just get this going. What a clip to be taken up. It's so good.
All right, when we come back, we're going to play a little real or fake. We're going to try to qualify another Tier 1 for the trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar. If you want to call now, 833-288-0973. Play our Throwback Thursday game coming up next, 833-288-0973.
Is it your favorite dictators coming up?
More Bennett Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Speaking of Ben's personal appearance, SDFatLoss.com certainly helped me in that category. And hey, yeah, we all have a little bit of vanity. And yes, it's good to lose weight for your health, heart health, cardiovascular fitness, whatever. We all just want to look better on our clothes. And that certainly worked for me with SDFatLoss.com. Lost 40 pounds in 60 days. You can expect about the same if you go through the program. 10 to 20% of your body weight in 2 months. That's up to a pound of fat per day. Eating real foods. They don't ask you to buy any meals, no shakes or bars. You're setting your own meals and you're eating your own stuff. And it made a huge difference for me, thanks to the great advice I got from my counselor, my coach at SDFatLoss.com. And then when you lose the weight, it makes it so much easier to keep it off in the maintenance phase after you go, because you're not switching back to a totally different diet. After 2 months, you're kind of eating the same thing. You're adding a few things back. You're eating a little larger portions to maintain the weight, but you haven't really changed that much. And it makes just all the difference in the world. No injections with the scary side effects. No exercise necessary to lose the weight either. So many success stories in San Diego. So many Tier 1s have lost so much weight. You can be next. And you can still get 20% off here in January. Their New Year's sale extended due to popular demand just by going and setting up a free consultation at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Okay, player, this is all yours. And this pool on this roof, this is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Still to come on Ben and Woods. We can get to more of that audio from Kevin Acee talking about Fernando Tatis Jr. Again, people do not want to stop asking about a potential Tatis trade. Play what Kevin had to say about that on the Foul Territory podcast. We can also follow up on the Pro Football Hall of Fame Bill Belichick story, which doesn't seem to be going away anytime soon. They're trying to out the people who did not vote for Bill Belichick for the Hall of Fame. Also saw a hot take as to, well, why not just correct it? I mean, if we all know that he's a Hall of Famer,
override the rules.
Override your rules and say he's in. Would anyone be upset by that? It would certainly not follow the protocol.
Yes, is that a slippery slope?
It is. It's a very slippery slope, but sometimes just doing the right thing is the right thing to do. We can debate that. We don't do a lot of debate, but we can debate that coming up a little bit. First, though, we got a contestant on the line. It's Throwback Thursday, so let's play a little Real or Fake.
Some are here for the compelling sports talk with Ben and Woods. You can go plow through another donut. It's time for Real or Fake on 97.3 The Fan. Tell the people what they'll win today.
What you're playing for today is a chance to qualify for our grand prize drawing trip to Las Vegas to see Sammy Hagar and his residency at the Park MGM Dolby Live, plus a 2-night stay at the Park MGM and a $100 gas card. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com, and we got Jawad joining us as our contestant today. Hello, Jawad.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
How you
I'm
doing?
good. Oh, by the way, Real or Fake brought to you by Bay Alarms, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. I don't know if Woods is going to love this one because you always say no sports.
Oh, boy.
But I was kind of hitting a creativity wall
Just
yesterday.
text me next time.
So it went topical today.
Just text me.
For Real or Fake, Jawad.
Oh, sorry, Jawad.
Okay.
You hear the groan? I know.
In 1952, Ted Kroll won the very first San Diego Open, tournament now known as the Farmers Insurance Open, which begins in less than an hour.
Is he out of his mind?
Since 1968, the tournament, of course, has been played at
Torrey Pines.
But in the 16 years prior, it hopped around to a few different venues in San Diego County. Today on Real or Fake, I will name a golf course.
He's dead.
You tell me if it was ever a real host of the Farmers Insurance Open. It's like a history lesson. It's a history lesson for San Diego.
Bro, you just described my whole career with this man. in that groan. All right, go ahead.
I think some people will be kind of fascinated. And Jawad, you just need 4 out of 7.
Your dad will.
It's 50-50. You can guess. All right, round number 1. Did it ever host the Farmers Insurance Opener, whatever it was called by the name? Singing Hills Golf Club. Down there
I'm
in
phoning up
Oklahoma.
right away.
What are you going with?
Lifeline? Oh, God.
Lifeline. Singing Hills Golf Club. Now home of SDFC down there.
I'll say real.
He says real. Jawad, you going to agree with Woods and his vast golf knowledge?
I'm going with Wood.
You guys are correct.
Yeah,
it is
buddy.
real. It did go to Singing Hills
You
Golf
burned your
Club.
lifeline.
All right, we got only 3 more right answers, and you are good to go. Let's go round number 2. Stardust Country Club, now known as Riverwalk in Mission Valley. Real or fake? Host of the San Diego Open.
Mission Valley. That's a really nice area, I guess, or kind of. I'm gonna go real.
It is
I was gonna say
real.
fake.
Yeah,
Wow.
no, it actually did get played at Stardust there in Mission Valley. All right, that's 2 correct. Let's go to round number 3. La Jolla Country Club, real or fake?
It sounds too real.
Oh, I mean, La Jolla is super nice.
Super nice. But
yeah.
he's a trickster. Don't forget, Jawad.
Okay.
Fake.
All right. It sounds too good, so I'm gonna go fake.
Yeah, agreed. Yes.
Great course, but not a great spot to host a PGA Tour event because it's small and there's no parking or anything, so they've never done it there. You are 3 for 3. All you have to get is 1 of 4 right, and you are good to go. All right, let's go with Rancho Santa Fe Golf Club. Real or fake?
I have absolutely no idea. I don't know any of these courses. I'm gonna go fake again.
Yeah.
It's real.
Damn
They
it.
did actually hosted at Rancho Santa Fe one year. That's okay. You got 3 more chances. Let's go to round number 5. San Diego Country Club. Real or fake? Down there in Chula Vista.
God, it's heavenly.
Yeah.
Place is amazing.
I'll go fake.
I'd say real.
Legendary history. Billy Casper from
my
San Diego. That one is
All right,
real.
okay, we're still
All right,
good.
no, you got 2 more chances.
boy.
Round number 6. Rancho Bernardo Country Club, now known as RBN. Real or fake? Host of the San Diego Open.
Former home of the Ben & Woods Open.
True. Did we host our course at the same place they hosted the San Diego Open?
Oh gosh, this is tough. I'm gonna go fake.
Yeah, fake.
Oh my God.
Oh, real. Oh, no. All right.
no.
This could be an
This
all-time
is-
pant
this-
S on
This
this
is
show.
like, hey,
Holy-
Jawad, this is like 23 scoreless innings here, bud. You gotta
just
get
need
this
one.
one.
All right. For the last round, round 7.
Oh my God.
Real or fake? Palma Valley Country Club. Way up there in the north of San Diego County. Real or fake? Host of the San Diego Open. Beautiful course.
No, I've done like 3 fakes in a row. I mean, I'm just gonna go with the odds and say fake.
Fake. Boom! Yes, thank God.
Nice job, Jawad. You
that scared me
snuck
to
it out
death.
in one of the more roller coaster games we've ever played of real or fake.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
Good job, Jawad. Stay on the line, Paul. You'll get your information. Another Tier 1 going into the drawing this month. I don't know. We've had more contestants this month, I think, maybe than ever before. Of course, we changed the rules of
I
take
think
on
that was
Woods
kind of
and
the design.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It wanted to open it up to more people, and so far, so good.
If Mrs. Woods wouldn't slit my throat, I'm not joking when I say I would have liked the 3 of us to go. I think we would have had a great time to go see Sammy Hagar together because we interviewed him and he loved us.
He did.
He wrote a text about how much he loved us. And I was like, man, we drop a text, go see Sammy Hagar in Vegas. We'd have the time of our life. Eat at the fancy restaurants Ben likes.
We got March or September, 2 different
Okay.
residencies. So it's not
March
out of
or
the question
September.
that we
It
could
is.
still make it happen.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, you could do it like a one night to Vegas.
That's no fun.
Just a quick flight in, flight out.
That's no fun. Maybe Mrs. Woods will soften her stance.
Maybe she can come with us.
Maybe she can soften her stance on it. I meant like a show bonding. Go see Sammy, the Red Rocker. We'd have a blast.
You think we can get backstage passes?
That's
from
what I was
Sammy?
thinking. Like,
I've never really been backstage.
Oh, God,
I never have either.
I've been back.
What does it actually look like to be backstage? Where do
So-
they put you?
Are there different degrees of backstage?
Yeah.
Right. Like I imagine there's like You can get in the artist's dressing room.
Yeah,
You can actually like go into the dressing room of the person who's playing.
One of the craziest things ever. We got time. We have nothing else to do.
Exactly. Nothing but time.
So Kings of Leon, big band. My friend Nick Brown was the singer for a band called Mona, and they were also in Nashville. Nick and Jared from Kings of Leon did a little side project. So he knew Jared very well. So he goes, hey, I'm coming to town to see Kings in San Diego. Come down with me. We'll go backstage. And I loved Kings. So I was like, oh my God. All right. Yeah. Go backstage into Jared's dressing room. So you see all his spread, all his stuff he's got laid out. I looked across the hall. Caleb, the singer, was sitting in a chair, just strumming a guitar. And I have a picture somewhere. Just strumming a guitar, just getting loose for the show. The drummer, Nathan, was back kind of playing on a drum pad. It was incredible. Talked to the guitar player, Matthew, in the hallway.
Isn't the point of, if you're the star and have a dressing room like before the show, that you have a private space to prepare and get mentally right? And if you have all these kind of people with backstage passes just shuffling
it was
through,
just
I
it was
feel
just
like,
two of us in his room. And the best story I got is I'm looking at all his rider stuff, the stuff that he got on his rider. And
RIDER.
Yeah, RIDER.
Contract addendums.
So I'm looking at this little shelf full of various things. There's hair product and deodorant and things. And I go, what's if you don't mind my asking, what is this Johnson & Johnson baby oil for? And he started laughing. And I go, he's like, you don't want to know. And I go, and I'm laughing. I'm like,
which made you want to know even more.
Yeah. And I go, no, for real. Is it? And he's like, no, it's not for that. He goes, this is like the most embarrassing
Cool
thing.
jerk.
It's the most embarrassing thing ever. He goes, before I go on stage, slather it up and down my arms because when I play bass, it looks cool in the lights. And I go, that's the greatest thing I've ever heard in my whole life. And he's laughing. He's like, yeah, old rock star trick. And I go, that's incredible. That's an incredible, incredible story.
But this has given me an idea. And I'm throwing out whatever content we were going to do or not do in our next segment.
Come backstage with Ben and Woods.
We have a contract coming up.
Yeah.
What writers would we want?
Oh, the rider, Ben and Woods rider?
For the Ben and Woods contract.
Ooh.
Let's think about that, and we can answer that question when we return with more Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, part of my rider was already taken care of last year when Michael, Big Boss, they decided to get the Eco Water system put here at work. I've got it at the house. Absolutely. I've loved it every day since I've had it. And they got it put into work. So now I'm covered, man. I come to work. If my jug is empty, I fill it up here, fill it up at home before I come here. Eco Water, the best water that you can drink, best water you can get to your family. Eco Water SoCal brings the soft life right to your kitchen sink with mineral-rich alkaline water. Balances your pH, fuels your body. It is the best water you can have. No plastic, no poison. Satisfaction every single time. Their number is 760-350-3338. Again, 760-350-3338 or ecowatersocal.com. I had a competitor in the market text me about a week ago. What is that? Is it really good? Do you really like it? I go, yes, I really, really like it. And thanks so much for listening, my dear. I really appreciate you. Let them know that I sent you. Not everything in life should be hard, especially your water. Eco Water, they've been keeping it soft since 1925. ecowatersocal.com. He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Carlos says we already did this bit.
Contract writers?
Yeah.
Well, it's new to you. It's new to us because I don't remember.
No, I don't remember either.
Broadcasting live from the Bill House studios. We know how.
Basically, Carlos, shut up. We're going to do it anyways.
Pretty much.
If we don't remember what we said, then we have all new answers.
Matthew said, well, what if their answers have changed?
I'm sure they have.
Yeah.
Because I have no idea what I said last time. But, I mean, it has to be something fun and frivolous. Like, we're not talking about, like, Paulie was looking up, like, contract writers of celebrities. Said Robin Williams mandated that a certain amount of his, like, stage crew behind the scenes was hired from the unhoused population. That's very noble, but that's not what I'm really going for here.
Oh, we know how you feel about the
frivolous.
unhoused. We know how you feel about
You're the one who
You're the one that
said
wanted to
they
eradicate
needed to
them.
be eradicated.
I didn't. It's not what I meant. It's not what I meant.
Peter Seidler wanted to eradicate the homeless, is what you said.
It is what I
not
said.
what he wanted.
It's not what I
wanted to eradicate homelessness.
Yes.
Not the homeless.
Correct. Do you want something fun and
I want
frivolous?
something
like
fun.
what?
Like, okay, so
based on my experience with Peter Seidler, that was his vision. He wanted to win championships. He wanted to do it almost more than anything in the world. Eradicate homeless people. Nope, not eradicate homeless people. Son of a
Whoa.
Eradicate homelessness.
Whoa.
God, I was on such a good roll.
sorry, that was a misspeak.
That was God bless.
That was bad. That was a bad one.
My inner I'm trying to channel my inner child. That's what I think is fun on some of these writers. I always used to love when you went into like the sweet factory and they had those big giant plastic bins of candies.
You don't want that every day.
I
at
would
work.
want
No, you
like
don't.
all the different gummy candies.
No,
in
you
big,
don't.
Giant, like just for my availability at any time. Could it get bad? Yeah,
You don't
at some
want that.
points.
I'm telling you right now, you don't want a big
Wouldn't it be
tub
fun,
of
though?
jelly
It's
beans.
It's visually appealing, and you can just grab. I don't want jelly beans. I want like the peach rings and the gummy worms and the cola bottles.
Oh,
and
my
the
God.
raspberries.
I mean, Paulie and I can make that happen for you.
No, I want a big giant bins though, not just like a bag of them. That's not fun.
You're like Tom Hanks in Big.
Yes.
That's what you
Yes.
want, right? You want a trampoline in here. Yeah.
Soda machine.
Soda machine. Yeah. I don't have any real desires. Like, I love that there's eco water here. I do. That's great. I don't really eat the food that they bring in because I'm trying to not eat donuts and bagels. They're great stuff. I'm not disparaging them. It's great stuff. I mean,
an espresso machine in here with a barista would be nice.
Maybe. Yeah, we don't even have a vending machine anymore.
It's true.
There's not even a vending machine. So that would be something I'd be interested in potentially.
What a vending machine, but it's all free and it's just for you.
All free and just for us. Yeah, I'd love it with some healthy options in there.
You could just push whatever button
Nuts
you wanted.
and almonds and things. Yeah. I don't know. I'd like some fresh fruit brought in every morning. Ooh. Yogurt bar, perhaps, like at fantasy camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Granola,
fresh fruit.
Some car service.
Car service would be elite.
Think of how much prep you could get done on that 30 minutes, just sit in the back seat of a car
or
every
just
morning.
take a nap on the way in, drink coffee, listen to music. I guess that's what I do anyway.
When the Chargers moved to LA and Phillip Rivers had
the conversion van.
His conversion van and his driver where he just up and back and forth watching film in the entire drive up to LA every day.
Having a car service would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Just drive you to and fro. That's all I got, really. I'd like a stand-up board.
I think that's a real contract essential.
Yeah, everything I can think of is all very much work related.
People are so practical.
We're very practical. I'd love a stand-up board in here to stand.
Yeah, we want a new studio. We want more money.
Yeah, new studio, more money.
Those are not writers. That's
contract demands.
That's the need of the contract.
I always love when I just saw Jose Ramirez contract, his extension from the Guardians. And he gets already a suite on the road. And now he has asked for an extra suite on the road.
I see that too.
And it was granted. So is that
what do they do?
Family?
I mean, yeah, occasionally I'm sure. But what happens on the road trip where he doesn't bring anybody?
And he just has two suites.
He just has two suites.
And he's got two.
It just bounces back and forth between them? Or do they ask him, hey, do you really need the second suite? You mind if we save, a couple $1,000? Or do you really want that second suite? I know it's in your contract, but you're not using it. What's the point?
Hey, I know you have it, but can we use it instead? Yes, fine. Just take it.
You have a suite for sleeping and a suite for, watching TV. I don't even know. It's already a suite. It's got multiple rooms to begin with.
Just like I'll just get a chill in here and do all the things in here, and then I'll just sleep in there so I don't have to,
if housekeeping comes, you can always just go from one room to the other.
Next.
You never have to worry about, I have to get out of this room for the next 20 minutes or anything like that.
I would like if they sent us on a trip with the team every year. One trip,
like a junket.
Like a junket. Yeah, where you guys are going to go to New York and watch them play the Yankees or the Mets. Like, that'd be cool. We're going to pay the way.
Literally going to Chicago and having
but that's not through them.
Year.
That's through our pal David J and Hop Run Tours.
That's true.
I'd like our own version of Hop Run Tours in here once a year. That'd be cool. That'd be like something I would ask for.
All right, let's check traffic, and then when we come back,
jelly beans was your answer. Then peach rings,
gummy candies. It's totally different from jelly beans.
And not just bag, the big one.
Where you want a bin?
I want like the whole
back behind us,
like a sweet factory with the entire assortment of gummied candies.
And you just have the little thing, and you can help yourself.
Just help myself whenever I want it.
How does SD Fat Loss feel about that?
Yeah, you'd be a whale.
I wouldn't necessarily eat it every single day.
So what is it there for?
It's visually spectacular. Too.
All right. Paulie could probably mess with the YouTube feed and put behind you. Well, we have Bill Howe behind you, but he could probably put a whole wall of jelly beans behind you if it made you feel better, like on the YouTube feed, so that people would think that you got your rings and your colas.
All right, let's check traffic. When we come back, can they just put
unbelievable?
Can they just put Bill Belichick into the Hall of Fame and just bypass the voting?
I'd love to, because that way we can stop talking about it.
That's coming up next year on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic is brought to you by local and veteran-owned Manny Sedano Ford and Lincoln. Well, things are winding down pretty nicely around the county. We do have reports of a crash out in the East County, though. Westbound 8 past Greenfield Drive. Looks like tow truck is on scene. Everything mostly in the center divide. Could be partially in that fast lane. That's westbound 8 past Greenfield. Southbound 5 coastline just past La Costa. Reports of a stalled vehicle in one of the right lanes. Stop settling and start driving. Right now at Sedano, Ford, and Lincoln in La Mesa. Get the 2025 F-150 STX for just $469 a month, or the XLT for only $529. Both are available for just $1 down. Head to SedanoFord.com for more details. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
You said it was a can of worms, Paulie, and you're not wrong. But sometimes a wrong is so obvious, and it's so easy to correct. You wonder why they can't just do it. And I'm talking about, of course, Bill Belichick getting snubbed for the Hall of Fame, the outrage that has followed, and the simple solution that I saw Dan Orlovsky talking about, and that is, why doesn't the Hall of Fame just put him in? Would anyone really go, that you can't do that? That you didn't follow your proper procedures. He didn't actually get the vote
voted in.
He wasn't voted in. Why not just fix an injustice and move on? My first instinct was, of course, no, you can't do that because
it's anarchy.
Well, then what about the next guy who says, well, I got snubbed. Why don't you put me in like Bill Belichick did? Well, you're not Bill Belichick. So why not? Why not just end it right now and say, you know what? It was a mistake for whatever reason. Was it the voting rules? Was it people's personal vendettas? We don't care. We're putting him into the Hall of Fame. Does anyone have the authority to actually do that? Would anyone try to stop it? If you try to do something and no one stops you, you can do it.
Is it that big of a deal knowing full well he's going to get in next year? It is an injustice. We all disagree that it shouldn't have gone that way. But at the end of the day,
in the grand scheme of things,
no.
But it's also like we're talking about legacies. You know what I mean? Like that's going to go on for long after Bill Belichick's no longer with us. You know what I mean? You're like first ballot Hall of Famers.
Will they punish Tom Brady? Will Tom Brady get the same treatment that Bill Belichick did? He was involved in every single one of those dates.
Different. No, it's because of the selection process. It's right. They only get the senior committee, the player pool. Isn't it different how many choices you get?
I don't
know how many votes you have.
I think,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean, the voting, a lot of the guys who have come out have said, I didn't vote for him because I only had a certain number of votes and I wanted to make sure these other guys got in,
because
which
he's
is
like
dumb.
the first one. I don't know what the rest of the ballot looks like. Does anybody have the ballot?
I don't.
Like if the ballot, like I would like to see the ballot that you look at and go, yeah, he's probably fourth on my list, and I only have 3. Like he would be, if I'm looking at it, doesn't matter who's on there. I'm going, all right, he's in.
I read a little bit yesterday. The Kansas City Star columnist, Vay Gregorian, I think it was, he was the first person to come out and be like, I did not vote for Bill Belichick.
Really? Okay.
Here's why. And he explained, he basically threw it all on the process of the Hall of Fame committee and just said, look, he's a surefire slam dunk absolute Hall of Famer. I'm not saying otherwise. Like
you just did though with your your vote.
The problem is there's this pool of people. There's scouts, executives, coaches that have been on this list for so long and have been so deserving. I feel like it's their time. They should get the vote, not the guy that everyone agrees is the slam dunk. So he's basically saying he should have he didn't have enough votes.
They should have a one singular person that is like the chairman and is like, you don't even have, you don't need to put him on the ballot.
Right.
He does not have to be on the ballot.
I mean, Tom Brady did a radio interview yesterday. He goes, if he's not a first ballot Hall of Fame coach, I don't know who is.
Ben has changed his background to jelly beans behind him. And so now he has his dream. Jelly belly behind him. He's set for life.
I want my gummy cola bottles.
Look at you.
And I want my gummy octopus.
You are
and I
set.
want my gummy worms.
Oh, my God.
We'll come back. Biggest fan, Paulie Reindl with the Reindl Report. Next, here with Ben and Woods at 97.3 The Fan. the Bill House Studios. We know how. Final hour of Ben and Woods on a Thursday. The 2026 Farmers Insurance Open now underway at Torrey Pines, South and North courses. Well, you could actually turn it on television. They got some bonus coverage on ESPN this morning.
Please don't.
From 9 to noon.
I need you strong for one more hour.
Just lock in.
Lock in.
You're not curious to see Brooks Koepka teaming off in about 30 minutes?
I am curious.
I thought you would be.
I'm more curious as to how we finish the show strong. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I have Jason Day based on your recommendation, so you better not have let me down.
Hopefully I didn't. He's always a very strong player at Torrey Pines, and he had a great finish last week, rallying, I think, finishing second place behind Scotty Scheffler.
Some guy named Wode, L. Wode.
That's a female player. That's Lottie Wode.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong tournament. Whoops. L. Wode. Lottie Wode.
Lottie Wode.
She's crushing right now in her tournament, Ben.
She's one of the young
in Orlando.
rising stars on the LPGA
Oh, I should have known.
Tour.
Nelly Corder's right behind her at 3 under. All right. Good job, Lottie. All right. When did the tee off is not now? It's
I believe
right
the
now?
first tee time looks like 9:10 a.m.
Okay.
So 9 minutes from now, actually.
All right. Oh, we got the biggest fan.
Yes. We'll have our Reindl Report headlines coming up. But first, it is time to announce this morning's biggest fan. If you hear your name called, and I believe someone is about to hear their name called, you'll have 10 minutes to call us at 833-288-0973 and qualify for our grand prize, 20 tickets for you and your friends for a night in our Odyssey Suite at a Padres game this coming season with all the fan staff catered by Spiro's Mediterranean Cuisine. Don't need to belabor it anymore. This morning's biggest fan is Jocelyn South.
Oh, she's a big fan.
Oceanside.
Big fan.
Jocelyn. You got 10 minutes. I bet you won't need the entire 10. 833-288-0973. Register your name at 973thefan.sd.com/biggest fan. And while Jocelyn dials us up, Paulie can get us started with the Reindl Report.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report
Hey, Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
on 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a yeah? Oh, yeah.
All right.
All right.
We were just laughing again at the okay. How are you? It just gets me every time.
All right.
Okay, how are you?
Jocelyn, you want to chime in here at any moment? Go ahead.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
You're supposed to say, all right.
Yeah, you're supposed to say, all right.
All right.
Yeah. How are you doing?
All right.
Okay, how are you?
Lovely, Ben. I'm great.
Good.
I
Okay,
love
how are
talking to
you?
you guys. Thanks for calling my name. Of course I was listening. I'm
You can't really
streaming.
give
Our
us any
pleasure.
credit. As I've said before, I have no discretion over which names pop up on my list. It was just you today. Thank you for calling in, and thank you for being such a great Tier 1, Jocelyn.
We love you.
Thank you.
I
Love
love
you too.
you.
Love you too.
Bye, Jocelyn.
All right, man. That is just incredible.
Oh,
It never fails to get me.
Okay, how are you?
It really is one of my all-time favorite drops. Didn't even happen on our show.
Just top tier.
Oh, man. All right, let's get started here. Full disclosure, just 2 stories. Couldn't find a third one that was good enough.
Wow.
Okay, how are you?
We'll just play that. That was our first story. That fun clip.
Okay, how are you?
All right, moving on. We will go to the NBA now. Woodsy, you actually you asked us about this
I did.
before the show this morning. You asked, are they really going to trade Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Right.
Because it sounds insane. And I go, oh yeah, this has been in the works now for
couple years?
months.
Months?
Years really,
Year?
but
Okay.
yeah, certainly for months. And so the trade deadline is 1 week from today in the NBA. In case I knew you knew that.
I knew that. It's for the people out there.
But for everybody else that did not know, yes,
Yes.
the trade deadline is next Thursday.
What's
the
up? The
5th.
playoffs started in a week.
yesterday.
Yeah, we had to tell Woods, no, the All-Star game happens in like 3 weeks.
How far along in the season are they? Like, literally just hit the halfway point.
Ooh, I think it'll be our first night in Peoria before our first spring training show. That's the night of the All-Star game.
Wow.
Sunday the 22nd.
We'll be at Bubblegum Shrimp. So, sorry.
Yes. But I'm reading here this morning from Shams Charania with ESPN. And yes, he is saying that the two-time MVP is absolutely ready for a new home. Several teams have made aggressive offers to the Bucks. It's always one of those things when a superstar like Giannis is so disgruntled, though, kind of takes away a lot of leverage for the team.
It does.
If you're the other one of the other teams looking to get him, you don't have to necessarily throw out your A package of players.
But you're going against what's got to be 7 other teams, right? So you want to make sure you best their package.
So Shams' sources list the Miami Heat, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the New York Knicks, and the Golden State Warriors as the top. Him on the Knicks sounds, I can see it already.
So I've always gotten the sense that Giannis would have wanted to stay in Milwaukee, but
how'd they blow it?
Well, by going 18-27 and being 12th in the Eastern Conference, they haven't been able to put a team around him anymore.
That's tough.
And he doesn't want to play on a terrible team, which is understandable. He's too good. They don't want to waste the prime of your career.
Yeah.
So send him to somewhere relevant. And the Bucks kind of have to rebuild. Obviously, Damian Lillard gone. It's a new era. So
that stinks, man. That stinks for the people in Milwaukee.
It does.
He got him a chip.
He did. He got him a chip. Hell yeah. You're right.
That's what you always say.
They haven't put anything around.
Thank you. Thank you for getting us a chip.
Yeah.
And we wish you well. I'm sure that's not how the majority of them feel. Maybe they understand. You do find a lot of teams, a lot of fans going, no, I totally get it. I wouldn't want to stay here either with the way that they're running that team. I don't know all the ins and outs, but he's such an elite player.
LeBron, the same thing happened the second time he left Cleveland. Yeah. It was a little bit different, but kind of the same in that everyone in the world knew, the stars had written it out. He was going to LA.
Yeah.
And he won them a chip, and everyone was like, you know what, man? You got us our one. We're good. We get it. We understand. So I don't know what's going to happen, but expect a big trade in the NBA in the next 7 days.
Man.
And then finally, I'll wrap it up here. I got a nightmare story, nightmare scenario.
Love this.
So there is an app out there that claims to be able to help you as an adult break a habit of consuming adult material.
Correct. Like a
corn tub, maybe.
Yeah, like a anti-corn tub.
Yes.
Like a hall monitor for your phone.
It's like an accountability app.
Yeah, I know somebody that used to use one of those.
Really?
True story. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You sign up for this app, you give them all of your information, and then you got to get pretty in detail about your habits and what you are using that content for and how often you're using those websites per day. What are your search habits?
The app
trends,
tracks
triggers, what triggers you to want to do that?
Or you just log in all the information.
It's like a diary, I think. And so this app is supposed to help you realize what decisions are leading you to make those other decisions. How can you fix it? How can you be better? So what happens when that app has a security breach and gets hacked and all of that information gets leaked?
I think it'd be fun to do a mock Ben Higgins diary.
Because that's what's happening
Find
right
out
now.
your likes and dislikes and what triggers you and
frequency of explicit content consumption.
But you have to log that in yourself?
No, it tracks on your phone.
Yeah.
You have to log in things that you do that aren't trackable by phone.
So the app that this dude that I knew used was this. So let's say it was me. I come to Ben and I go, look, I need your help. And you're like, well, what can I do? It's your life. It's your proclivities. I'd say, I'm going to add you to this app. So if I go my free time and look at one of these, it will notify you. Then you get to call me and be like, hey, what are you doing? La, 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 stop. Your grandmother naked, right? He's trying to You know,
Margaret
like,
Thatcher naked on a cold day.
Yeah,
Margaret
exactly.
Thatcher naked on a cold day.
So you're now my accountability partner. So you get an update every time I go, you know what? I got some free time, right? So that's what his was. This sounds different. Why would you, if you have it to help you stop using it, come crank your hog. If you have it to stop using it, I don't want to do this anymore. So let me put in, these are the things I might be
I think
searching.
it's supposed to use the software, whatever. It's supposed to like, okay, you said you were bored.
Yeah, bored.
That's what led to this. That's a trigger.
About 95% of the time. I'm just bored. I need to kill 45 minutes.
45 minutes
ish. So
wait,
why
45 minutes?
Like, well, why is this, first of all, necessarily a problem? I mean, anything you do to excess that impacts, the rest of your life. Like, I'm not going to work because I'm staying home. Then it's a problem. But like, Woods, would you say you have a problem?
Me? No, not at all.
45 minutes.
Kayla says I need to read more books. I read tons of books. I read all the time.
But if you're bored,
yeah,
it's not considered, by doctors like an unhealthy habit.
No, but I think looking at that could be considered unhealthy. It's it's like a drink won't hurt you, but 40 drinks will.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly.
Like,
if anything you're doing to excess and that you're trying to cut back on, if you have a tool that can help you cut back, that's great. I just don't know that we've established what truly is too much.
Well, the problem is now is this info is now public. I'm
I
assuming
think it's like 600,000 accounts.
600,000 accounts now on the dark web where they're like, oh, cool, there's my dad, and he's really into this and that, and like
yeah,
now your name's out there. Is your name on there?
The article that I'm reading, it says we don't even want to say the app.
Right.
Because they alerted the developer of the app about this back in September. Like, hey, there has been a breach. And they go, yeah, we don't really, it doesn't look like that on our end or something. Like they kind of dismissed it. And the reporter or the author of this story goes, so I made an account.
Yeah.
And my researching partner was able to see on the hacked files a new account was just created. Like they were able to see everything.
It's unbelievable.
So the developer is kind of just like turning the other cheek and pretending this didn't happen, but everyone else is going, this is really not okay. And the worst part of the story is a lot of those, not a lot, but a percentage of the people, the 600,000 accounts that were leaked were like minors, like kids that were like, hey, I have a problem and I don't want this to be a problem.
And now it's, hey, not only is
and
it a problem,
they were trying to better themselves.
Now it's out in
and now
public.
that information's out there as well.
Now it's out in public. Yikes. Listen, I thought
security breach, data hacks,
is it not
scary stuff.
Is it not common sense to like, let's put everything that I'm into this app and give it to this guy to hold? Because it might get leaked. Like your search history. Yeah, somebody can find your search history. I wouldn't be the most proud.
I mean, the incognito tab isn't really incognito.
It's not incognito. Interesting. You're very quiet during this. Why?
Well, I mean, the only reason that this is a problem is because there are bad actors out there.
Right.
If we were all just, understanding, like supportive people, wouldn't matter what, became public or not. You go, yeah, good for you, trying to make some positive changes in your
that's
life.
actually
That's
inherently
really the
it's a
only
good
thing that you
thing.
could say is like, these are people who are trying to make positive changes in their life. Let's shame them.
Let's shame them, right.
Why would you do that
I don't
unless you're
know.
truly a bad, awful person?
Yeah, your Bella Danger research is coming up. It's going to come up in that if you were on this app.
I mean, I think we'd all be embarrassed.
I don't think you'd
You're
ever
asking why people are jerks on the internet?
Should you be that embarrassed?
No, but I think I don't think.
I think the
here's
same.
the thing: I don't think you'd ask for help if you needed it.
Well, I think the same thing about
don't believe in
people, and you see tragic stories about teenagers who have pictures of themselves
Yes.
that are shared on the internet,
And they
Oh, it's awful.
It's terrible.
But ultimately, it's like, okay, we all have bodies and everything.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to be ashamed of. The people who should be ashamed are the ones who are
causing you any grief or pain over this.
No, they're just trying to
it's like
extort you and trying to get money.
Yeah, I mean, there's no shame for
like,
you. It's the shameful people are the people who are looking to exploit.
Yeah,
it's probably the scariest.
So,
we've talked about it a little bit. The sextortion part of the internet nowadays. It's probably not having kids. It would be probably a top 1 or 2 fears.
It is. It's up there.
The world that we're ushering these children into. It's terrifying.
Yeah. But that's why my wife, that's why we're going to be psychotically vigilant about what they can see and what not. But
you say that, but
yeah, true.
Eventually, 15-year-old Bo is going to have his own phone.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to be honest.
He's going to be able to do whatever he
has no idea. Paul, you have no idea the level of don't give an F that I will be like, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm absolutely tracking every move you make, buddy. Every single move. Which, that's what I'm going to try. That's how we're going to start. But it's sad, scary. I would hate, you'd hate if you were like literally trying to better yourself. Yeah, it's like going to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting and then you walk like, hey, this guy was in AA. You're like, I'm literally trying to stay sober here. What are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, our response should be good for you.
It's anonymous for a reason, You don't go in and read. Let me read the minutes of our AA meeting with all the people that were in there. No, it's anonymous for a reason.
You personally, I think, are incredibly good for everybody that listens to you.
Oh, thank you.
Because you are shockingly open and honest about yourself.
Correct.
And, the good, the bad,
the ugly.
The ugly sometimes.
Yeah.
But we all have that. You're just willing to talk about it. And the fact that you're willing to talk about it, I think, makes everybody a little more comfortable just in how they approach their lives, hopefully.
I think I don't think I would ever use that app. And the one that my guy that I knew used, that freaked me out. Like, why am I going to put my issue on somebody else that then has to call me and be like, hey, man, I see you went to war 3 times last week. That's a little bit more than we talked about. Like, who is he? Why is he my self-seduction, czar? The chairman is over there telling me, hey, it's a little too much, right? I don't want to burden you with my problems, right? You're just nodding.
I mean, if you have a supportive friend and they're willing to be supportive.
Oh, I know you would do it. I know you would support me, but I would also feel like I'd be calling him to make side deals. Hey, listen, I need you to ignore your email for the next 40 minutes.
Now I kind of want Woods to sign up for the app just so that Ben is your accountability buddy.
And then you can do a report at the end of the year. Not bad. Not a bad idea.
Notification.
Yeah. Ben, how many notifications you get in 2026? Paulie, that may be one of your best ideas of all time. Of all time. That's crazy. His phone. A month. He comes in like June. He's like,
just a full audit.
He comes in June. He's like, everything okay, man? Are you down in the dumps? What's going on?
Keep getting these notifications.
Well, I was out of town. The kids have been around. I was sick. No, June. He's like, what happened to you? My phone hasn't good. Did you turn it off? It's actually maybe the best bit of all time. All right, I'll do it.
Matt agrees with me. He says, Woods is healthy for society. He's not put on his air of perfection like we see with so many influencers now.
Yeah, I'm far from it.
Yeah,
you're
raw. You're raw and real. And we love you for it.
I love you too.
We love you for
Thanks
it.
for being thanks in advance for being my accountability partner. Okay, I'm going to sign you up today. This is going to be elite.
Maybe I should sign up for an app that notifies you every time I start watching the Aztecs.
Yes, exactly right. Well, I just know. I know.
Oh my God,
it's so good. Paul, you can do a little research, find out where I need to go, what I need to do, and I'll set it up.
I'll look into that.
Let's take a quick time out.
The audit.
When we come back, why does
Woods' year in review?
Why does everybody keep asking Kevin Acee about trading Fernando Tatis Jr.? They won't stop. I think he tried to give a reasonable answer to that question yesterday to the Foul Territory podcast. We got the audio coming up for you after a check of traffic. More Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
If you're looking for a place to hang out this weekend, head on down to 7 Mile Casino. It's easy to get to, right down the 5 freeway in Chula Vista. And once you get there, you're going to walk in and you're going to see just like the perfect card palace. I mean, it's not giant like a palace, but it's nice, it's light, it's clean, it's comfortable. You've got friendly dealers, friendly staff who want to take care of you and make sure you have a good time and a good experience at 7 Mile Casino.
You know, it's funny, man, because sometimes you'll go to like a giant casino and you go in and you look at the outside and you go, wow, this place must be super nice. Look how nice it is on the outside. Then you walk inside, you're like, that's kind of a dump. It's actually the opposite. It's not, 7 Mile Casino doesn't blow you away from the street. But when you walk inside, that's where the difference is made.
Yeah, no neon giant lights or signs or
no big fountains or
no
lions or anything.
They put it where it counts. What's on the inside.
That's right.
Really
what counts is on the inside.
You're going to get great food at Sammy's at 7 Mile, including the weekend brunch, Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Voted best in the South County. You can enjoy it on the patio with the great views of San Diego Bay. But mostly you're sitting down and playing California-style blackjack, Texas Hold'em, Pai Gow Poker, and Baccarat in San Diego's best and closest card room. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Humul Casino Resort, now open.
I can explain it on the live stream sometime.
Can you explain the Fernando Tatis trade questions that continue to pop up, at least nationally? I feel like we've put this story to bed many times.
I feel like we put it to bed every offseason, and then it rears its ugly head. And, there's a lot about it that if you're in New York and you're in Boston or somewhere else, I think you look at the Padres and you go, oh, I don't even think you know that they've won, 90 games the last 2 years and that they've been in the playoffs. I don't even think you realize them. They're not on your radar. And I think you look at it and you go, man, I know their owner passed away. There's been some financial things. They're probably looking to dump salary. It's just one of those teams that if you're on the East Coast, you look at and go, probably one of those teams willing to dump salary. You don't see this about Julio Rodriguez, though. You don't see this about really anybody but Tatis. He is a very coveted player by fan bases of other teams. Like the Dodgers can say what they want. They would do anything. They would cut off a leg to get Fernando Tatis Jr. on their team. He is one of those type of players.
So Kevin Acee tried to explain it to the foul territory, AJ Przinsky foul territory guys. And I will say, I listened to the clip. We'll play it here in a second. I pretty much agree with everything he says in this clip. Kevin? I don't know that he needs to go into such detail about the potential, what could happen in the future with, new owners and you never know what the future may hold sort of thing. But essentially, everything I think he says in this clip is spot on about the continued questions of will the Padres trade Fernando Tatis Jr. Here's what he had to say.
But can you confirm that there's 0 or 100% chance they would have shopped Fernando Tatis?
0 for now. You notice that that's been basically the caveat is for now. First off, the team is for sale. Whether that happens or not, it depends on who you ask right now. But let's assume it's for sale. So that, we can't say what's going to happen in the future. But the fact is they have boxed themselves to a certain extent. Now, whenever I say that, I got to give the asterisk of AJ Preller. He finds a way to build this team and fit it within whatever budget he's given. But the fact is that they're going to be paying Xander Bogaerts and Manny Machado some big money in the future. And those guys are probably unmovable. Fernando Tatis Jr. is very movable. If there's a piece in the future where this team has to, and this is a gigantic if, all right? It's like capital if, italicized bold. If they have to do that, Fernando Tatis Jr. is the guy that goes. And yes, he has a no trade. Those can be worked out. Should be noted, but those can be worked out. Zero chance. Believe me, I have embarrassed myself how many times I've asked people in the organization because this rumor comes up so often and you just can't rule anything out. So even though I knew it was 0, I've asked until we're less than 0, that he was not going to be traded this offseason.
That doesn't mean after opening day he can be traded.
Okay, how about this? I'll give you trade deadline. I doubt it. Gosh, I hate doing this because in today's day and age, you know how these things take off. I'm not saying it will happen. I do not think it will happen. I think that what they have built in San Diego with the fans, that's a precious thing. I think that when you're building a team, you've got to make it the best team you can, regardless of what the fans are going to think. Fernando Tatis Jr. is the guy in San Diego. Yes, Manny Machado, people love him. Jackson Merrill working his way up there. Joe Musgrove. But Fernando Tatis Jr. is the guy. What the Padres have built in this small market with the fans, with the sellouts, with the passion that is unprecedented in this town for the Padres, that is all at risk if they get rid of Fernando Tatis Jr. I do not believe Fernando Tatis Jr. will be moved. I am in the business of it doesn't really matter what I believe. The facts are he could be moved at some time. I don't think it's going to happen.
That's fair. I mean, it's fair. It would be awful. He's a riot player, right? He's a player that if you trade, there's a riot behind you, right? So. He's one of 10 maybe in the big leagues that it's like, oh yeah, no, I don't support you anymore. You traded this guy in his prime for a handful of pitching prospects and some salary relief. I no longer like this team. I think that's you run the risk of that with a guy like him. He's a statue guy, right? He's one of those. So, I mean, have we seen sports owners do dumb things before? Yeah, absolutely.
What are the two potential goals, sometimes both at the same time, of someone who owns a sports team?
Make money and win.
There you go. Make money and win. And right now, there's
Luka
no
Doncic,
scenario in which either of those gets better by trading Fernando Tatis Jr. Yeah, you can save some money on his salary,
Sure.
not more than it's going to cost you in fan loyalty and ticket sales and merchandise, whatever. You know, he's not Shohei Ohtani, but for San Diego, he's as close as we've got.
Yep.
They print money by putting out Fernando bobbleheads and Fernando jerseys
and glasses,
selling out the ballpark. They would lose more money than they make by getting rid of Fernando Tatis Jr. So even though the payroll goes down, your revenues go down more.
Well, the
so
thing
that's
is,
dumb. And you also win less games likely with Fernando Tatis Jr. Now, if you can make the argument that you trade Fernando and you just get so much better by getting 5 superstar players back that there's just no way you can't do that, then of course you consider it.
the Mariners call you and they go, we'll give you Brian Wu, Logan Gilbert, Matt Brash back. We'll give you Andres Munoz and Cal Raleigh. You're like, all right, I got to listen to this.
I mean, yes, of course you do.
But nobody's going to do that.
But no one's going to do that. There's just no realistic scenario in which it makes any sense for the Padres to trade Fernando Tatis Jr. unless like a court bankruptcy judge is like going, if you don't reduce payroll by $50 million and we're taking away your team, and they go, okay, we can't trade Manny, we can't trade Xander. The only guy we can trade would be, but as long as fans continue to support the team like they are, doesn't make any sense at all.
No, I'm not in favor of it. But again, he's one of those guys that the other fan bases covet greatly, and for good reason, right? So they get the idea of him in the pinstripes, or they get the idea of him in Queens, and they just can't get it out of their head. And they're like, we'll trade you these 5 bad prospects for Fernando Tatis Jr. That way you guys can save some money. But at the end of the day, he's nowhere near. Like Mookie Betts, they traded him in Boston because he had a year left on his deal. And they were like, we're not going to get anything for him, and he doesn't want to resign, right? So we traded him then. We're not there with Fernando. If he had a year left on his deal, on his deal,
like Juan Soto.
It's a different conversation.
You have to have the conversation. There was one other subtle little thing that Kevin Azzi said. Did you notice it? That I thought was very interesting, and it had nothing to do with Fernando Tatis Jr. in that clip. I want to talk about that in our final segment. We'll take one last time out and then come back and wrap things up with more Ben and Woods. Just a reminder, all guests on Ben and Woods appear on the David P. Shapiro Fan Hotline. David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Back after this on 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
All right, final segment of Ben and Woods. Final show tomorrow in the month of January.
God, man.
Woods thinks that January is the longest month.
It is the longest.
Until you realize that April and May are very long months as well, or May especially. 30
baseball
days. That helps you.
It's baseball. Yeah, it's baseball on every day.
Okay.
Multiple games a day. I'm fulfilled. January is excruciating. Excruciating. February can be a little excruciating. Hey, but you got spring training. All right. Spring training baseball gives it fun for about 15 minutes.
We fall into the trap every single February
Yeah.
where it's that grind.
We're done.
Especially when there was more separation between the Super Bowl and like pitchers and catchers reporting. We're thinking, all right, if we can just get through those 2 weeks, pitchers and catchers are there.
Once pitchers
we got
and
spring
catchers,
training games and we're set. And
we're rolling.
And I always have to go, yeah, just keep in mind, we're not going to break down a spring training game for more than, 2 or 3 minutes the next day. Like,
usually it goes like this. Ben's
those are
like,
still pretty lean shows.
Ben's like, did you watch the game? I said, like, yeah, I put it on. I fell asleep after 5 minutes. And I just pass out in the.
And you go, this guy's having a pretty good spring. We didn't really
he'll
expect
definitely make
it,
the
or-
club.
Yeah, that pitcher had a bad outing, and we'll go, he's just working on stuff. It doesn't matter if he has a bad outing in spring training.
We can pre-record a bunch of stuff and just Paulie can play it off the board.
Yeah.
He was working on a new pitch per Ruben Niebla. Don't worry about results. It's only spring training. I mean, it's standard. We've been doing this.
If the results are good, then it's something to talk about.
Yeah,
And
guys,
if the results are bad, then it's just spring training.
Yeah, it's just spring
You
training.
also have to have the other side of it as well. Like, don't read too much into those spring train, that 570 average for Sung Moong Song. I doubt he's probably going to, break Pete Rose's all-time record in one season coming over to the United States.
I am excited for the WBC. That I will be going headlong into. My compatriots here do not feel the same way, and that's okay. Maybe they'll come around. But we've got that to look forward to. Yeah, the spring training midday nap is so nice, said Burns. It really is. You get home, you're like, ooh, hell yeah. Okay, Pavetta's on the, he's got.
Oh, it's one of those televised games.
Yeah, it's, from way far away.
Yeah.
But, Mud and Don are doing their one game of spring training or can listen to Jesse. That big far camera view. You hear the churro guy. I mean, all these things. And you make it about 4 pitches in, and you're like, right in the middle of the afternoon. Elite.
So, did you catch it during that Kevin Acee bite? The audio that perked my ears up that had nothing to do with Fernando Tatis Jr.
You have a good ear, my friend.
Thank you. We'll get to that right after a check of traffic on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center, protecting San Diego after accidents or injury, here's Kelly Danick.
Traffic sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Just a few things wrapping up our morning drive here. One of them is this crash, the clearing stage westbound 8 past Greenfield Drive. Tow truck helping to clear that from the center of 5. Also west on the 8 at northbound 15 connector ramp. 2-vehicle accident. Looks like that may be partially in lanes. Del Mar Heights Road on-ramp to southbound 5. Watch out for some tire debris across lanes. Heads up, San Diego. The next long weekend is coming up. Get road ready now. Valvoline Instant Oil Change gets you in and out fast. No appointment needed. Real pros check lights, fluids, and tires with any oil change. Locations and coupons at SoCalOilChange.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change, a 15-minute drive-through oil change. I'm Kelly Danick with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
So when the Padres announced a couple of months ago that the Seidler family was exploring the possibility of a sale, I think I fell into the assumption that after the exploration, I knew there were a lot of very interested buyers, and the price tag would be probably more than people expected, maybe even $3 billion, that at some point this season, it's going to take some time, but the Padres would be sold. And I've just been kind of thinking that, I don't know the timeline, but certainly by the end of the year, new ownership for the San Diego Padres.
And not only do you think on it, you immediately take in that information, you process it, and you say, okay, now I'm getting my head ready for, you let yourself dream on.
Sure.
What if it's Steve Ballmer?
Who's it going to be?
What if it's Joe Lake? Like, what if it's
Kroenke?
these guys with a ton of money that say, LA shouldn't be cornering California. Let's go get them.
I guarantee you many of those names are interested.
Sure.
Maybe not all of them, but there's been interest. They're exploring the purchase of the Padres, which made my ears perk up at this comment that was part of that clip we just played from Kevin Acee.
First off, the team is for sale. Whether that happens or not, it depends on who you ask right now.
What?
But let's assume it's for sale. So that, we can't say what's going to happen in the future.
It happens or not. So Kevin Acee, who covers this team extensively, hearing some sort of rumblings that perhaps a sale will not come to pass. That when they said we explore the possibility of a sale, that it was truly just that, an exploration with very much the possibility of deciding at the end of the process, the Seidler family is not going to sell
Whether
the
that
team.
happens or not, it depends on who you ask right now.
It's true.
Interesting.
Depends on who you ask right now.
I asked someone.
You asked
last
as well.
night. Yeah, I asked someone last night.
Not someone necessarily on the inner circle of the San Diego Padres, but someone with knowledge of big deals.
Someone who runs in
similar circles.
Big swinging D circles. Yes. And I actually asked because I saw another report of, I think it was our boys, the DSG, right? They said something to the effect of, wow, we just got a text. I mean, everyone's got inside information, right? We just got a text, and boy, some things are going to change before opening day, which is not that far away. Padres are going to look different with some dollar signs. And then another guy who I know and respect a lot was like, yeah, I've heard some good information too. So that led me to go to the big swinging D room, which I don't go into much, and knock on the door and ask a question. And then and I got kind of the same type of deal where it essentially said, it's unclear right now. This person has heard, it may not be Joe Lacob, a Stan Kroenke. It may not be. It could be a smaller contingent. But again, there's a lawsuit.
That doesn't necessarily replace all the current owners.
Correct.
That the management of the San Diego Padres could remain somewhat consistent going
again,
forward.
all of this is speculation. You know, even the
like a restructuring of some sorts
Right.
instead of a full-on sale.
Yeah. Potentially, right? Like we need to add more investors or partners or whatever, and then maybe the Seidler family keeps the team. I have no idea, but I do know, you know, when it that news came out late in last year. You let yourself dream on or think about, okay, what's a new ownership group going to do? What's it going to look like? Is it going to be, you know, some big head honcho that has got money to burn and throw around and just wants a chip for San Diego? Or is this going to be 75 minority owners chipping in there? Hey, man, I got $3 million on it. You know what I mean? I have no idea.
Now, Peter Seidler always had tons of minority owners as well. You
Sure.
think of Peter Seidler as being one of those guys could just do whatever he wanted. He couldn't. He had minority owners to answer to. Now, he twisted their arms into spending more money than a lot of them actually wanted to at the time because he was the control person and the chairman. I think the big question, and I don't know the answer to this, is this good news or bad news for San Diego Padres fans?
We're not going to know.
Yeah, I think you assume that, hey, a multi-billionaire coming in and buying the Padres and going, I'm going to spend whatever it takes to win is
That's
great
good news. The Steve Cohen effect.
But was that great news? It's not worked out so well for the New York Mets so far.
Right.
Hasn't exactly improved their fortunes even a bit.
That being said, I'll take my Pepsi challenge with the Steve Cohen type any day.
But under Seidler family stewardship, the Padres have had their best years in franchise history.
So most of that is Peter.
Most of that, well, yeah, all of it is Peter,
right?
But not much has changed. In fact, after Peter was gone, they've had even better seasons.
Yeah,
to a certain extent.
Yeah.
I mean, 2024 and 2025 regular season, 90 wins. I mean, it hasn't diminished at all. The payroll has remained bouncing around. 6, 3, 11, 9. Top
10.
What is tertile is how Eric Grubner put it. Top third in baseball.
Great word.
So, is it the worst news if the Seidler family remains in control of the team? Not necessarily either. So I don't know the answer to that question.
Yeah. Only they do.
I hadn't heard it so openly said. Like maybe the sale happens, maybe it doesn't.
I guess
depends on who you ask.
I guess my naivete didn't. I read that statement as we're selling the team instead of we're exploring additional ownership.
I thought that was just a polite way of saying we're selling the team.
First step in saying
we're selling
the team.
It's exactly right. I guess we should have braced ourselves for the possibility that nothing changes. They just add new partners. That's also a potential.
Well, and again, credit to Ben for picking up on that little subtle note, because that went right over my head when the first time we played that clip, and I watched the clip yesterday as well. Didn't even register with me because the status quo since that release that hey, we're exploring a sale.
That means we're selling.
The status quo has been, the team's being sold. And we haven't really wavered on that. We haven't heard anything different.
Yeah, I thought it meant.
But we can literally ask today.
If no one makes a great offer on, obviously we're not going to, unload it for a bargain bin price. But assuming we have a number of buyers who are willing to pay through the nose for our team, we're going to sell it.
Yeah.
But that apparently is not necessarily the case. Adds a whole layer to this entire 2026 year.
You know what I love is just a whole nother layer of uncertainty. That always makes me feel good. Just an extra layer of uncertainty moving forward.
AJ's probably just going,
whatever.
Tell me what I can do. I'm ready to cook. Let me cook.
Yeah.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
All right, we will come back tomorrow for our final show of the week. I believe Darren Smith will join us as he does on Fridays, getting ready for the first SDFC game on Tuesday, by the way.
Obviously.
Yeah, we're fast. That's it for us. Braden and Frank next for Paulie and Woods. I'm Ben. Have a great rest of your Thursday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long.